Yeah.
So, the team that's been thrown out there
is the Nets. I heard on Bill Simmons' podcast.
Whoa, no way.
No,
that East Coast malarkey, get out of here. The Los Angeles Clippers were the team that were thrown out there.
For what would they be trading?
What are you talking about? They got the Wall. I mean, he would just want to come there for nothing, That's the whole point. Hey, they're getting there.
Who would be serious candidates? Because, OKC has the picks. I don't know if they can make that money work. I know the second apron really complicates these trades. Is there or is there not an ideal suitor?
I believe the Clippers this year will have 2 or 3 of their first-round picks back. They're starting to get to the point where the faraway picks are starting to restock now. So, again, would you just mortgage the future one more time to go get Giannis?
You're going to need more. And why is he going to want to be in with the Clippers? I mean, what are you
talking about? Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. I will say this. People keep doing that with the Clippers. You have an owner who's willing to spend a crap load of money in a brand new building. It's at least an attractive spot to be in. I can understand the value, you know what I mean, and wanting to go there. If you're somebody like Giannis who wants to be in a bigger city without the pressure, while also being with a franchise that might spend money and actually do something for you, if that makes sense.
If David Stern was still the commissioner, I mean, we would all do the right thing, and he'd be traded to the Lakers for D'Angelo Russell and a lightly protected pick, and everyone will be happy. Simpler times.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right. Let's keep updating everything really quickly. Nothing really of note outside of what we're watching. Illinois, we should say, has tacked on to their lead. Looks like they're going to get a win here, potentially 31-16, 4:39 left to go in the fourth quarter. There would take a pretty big collapse for Illinois not to win this game and cover. 10-10 right now. We're back on the field between Florida and LSU. This is the one we'll keep our eye on. Will added here a third quarter under, if I remember correctly, between these two. DJ Lagway is going to sail a pass on 2nd and 9, so we'll have 3rd and 9. 13:50 left to go there. And then 14 all between USC and Nebraska. I've got something here. Cornhuskers +9. 126 left to go in the second quarter. One of the games you're keeping an eye on. So let me get your thoughts as we move back to what we're looking ahead to. San Jose State gets to play host to Boise State. Spartans have done a pretty good job this year. They got 5 covers to their name. They are a bowl team, which is very good for them, too. I think many would consider this to be a letdown off of a game in which you won your 6th, but I think this team is well coached under Ken Niumatalolo. And I think this Boise squad, man, look, we've seen some sneaky little spots here. Ever since that Hawaii game, Will, they went to Hawaii. It was a very low scoring and tight game heading into the fourth quarter. They obviously played a tight one with what I consider to be the second best team in the Mountain West, and UNLV, no shame there. They scuffle with Nevada last week. Boise State has not looked great. I took 14 here with San Jose State.
I have not bet this game yet, but I will be taking the 14 too. I might sprinkle a little money line too. What time is this game? Is this?
It's going to be a 7 p.m. your time.
Oh, okay. I'm excited for this one. Nash is incredible. I think he's going to carry over to the NFL too. He's a tremendous receiver. The balance, the hands. He is a lot of fun to watch. For people that haven't seen him, man, he's a good receiver. And I forget what show I was on, but somebody was saying the league, everyone's going to go crazy when the Kansas City Chiefs steal him in the second round or something, because he's going to be, I think,
by the way,
the next level.
For our audience too, former quarterback as well. He actually played. He started a few games for them a few years ago. So the guy's an athlete. He's got everything you want.
Yep, but I would take the 14. I actually watched them. It was Washington State earlier in the year. They played a Friday night game that was just a crazy game.
Yep.
They've got some offense. They're not that bad of a team. So, like you said, Boise struggled here a little bit. So I will take the 14. Are you going to sprinkle a little money line or no?
I haven't yet, but I think you're right. This could be, we're talking about a sleepy day where we're looking for upsets. This could be one where, the San Jose State is a much more competent team than I think Nevada. And Nevada is very, very competent. Jeff Choate's done a tremendous job. I don't want to undersell what the Wolfpack's got going on in the first year to Choate, but this team's really surprised me. You look at some of the statistics, drive success rate. They generate a lot of successful drives. They take advantage of said successful drives as well. Once they get inside the 40, they're coming away with points more often than not. They're going to be able to, I think, get after a Boise State defense, which has still shown quite a few flaws so far this year. And to your point, here's the other thing, Will. I don't know if you've been out there. I've had, the honor of going out to San Jose and checking out games. It is a weird spot, man. You're getting maybe 1,000 people. It's this weird, tiny, small stadium. It's almost high school-esque. It's really quiet. It's hard to kind of get juiced up at a spot like that with your college football playoffs lives on the line. It's going to be a weird situation for them, too.
We also have Florida Atlantic and Temple tied in overtime. Why is that relevant? Well, some of us said there's no way Temple can win 3 games and played their under 2.5 wins now. And I believe they're sitting on 2. And if my math tracks, this would be their 3rd win, which would be over 2.5, which would be not a good result for your boy here. So rooting for the Owls of Florida Atlantic to pull through here in overtime.
If you're like Will Hill and you're the type of players looking to get down $10,000 or more on an NFL line at the best price in the market, Sport Trade is for you, the app that's going to change sports betting. -104 lines instead of the typical -110. Instant in-game betting and a player concierge service. Sport Trade perfect for those who want a premium betting experience. It is live now in New Jersey, Colorado, Iowa, Arizona, and Virginia. Download Sport Trade. Use code VSIN, earn 10% cash back on each wager in your first week. Terms apply. Got to be 21 years or older to play. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, quick updates around the board as we're looking and heading into our commercial break here. 1st and 10 for LSU. 10-10, 11:52 left to go. Florida could not convert on that third down. LSU has the ball back. Baylor, this game's insane, has found the end zone again, 35-21.
Onside kick, let's go again.
Yeah, I know, right? We are already at 56 points in a game that closed with a total of 60, so we're getting closer to the total. Might be one of the worst beats of the year if that thing doesn't go over. All right, we'll take our break, we'll come back, continue looking at a really interesting slate later in the college football weekend.
In business, service is everything. Cintas delivers what you need to better serve your customers. Whether it's freshly laundered work apparel for almost any job imaginable, tested and inspected fire protection systems, first aid and safety supplies.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app.
At the front door.
Nate ahead. Drop back now for Hanrahan. Hanrahan shot. He scores!
See it red, I gotta get it out.
Fed out to center for Marin. Ahead to Patilla. Over to Young. Shot. Scores!
Our echoes break walls. It's about to get loud.
Got the rebound, back to the line for Strathman. Over to Burchill. Shot, score! For Jardine, rebound, loose. Jardine couldn't backhand it home. Puck is kept by Bernard. Across Hextall, score!
It's gonna get loud. All the battles that we lost, yeah. We'll bring the grit to win it all. It's about to get loud.
Saturday nights are hockey nights. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown, Ohio. The United States Hockey League is proud to present regular season game number 16 for your Youngstown Phantoms. Tonight, they take on the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. Good evening, sports fans. My name is Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. Pleased to be bringing you the action this evening on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. Phantoms and Rough Riders faced off here last night, a game that the Phantoms won 4-0. 1:22 into the second, Brecken Smith, his first goal of the season unassisted. 4:18 of the second, Connor DeHaro, a power play goal. Third goal of the season, Mikey Burchill and Michael Messick with the assist. 2-0 Youngstown at the end of the second. 4:42 into the third, Adam Bannock unassisted, his fifth goal of the season. Then at 14:42, Cade Stangram his 4th of the year. Jakob Hesch with the assist, and that is how Youngstown got to their 4-0 victory. A.J. Rayelts took the loss. He stopped 21 out of 25. Melvin Strahl got the win. He stopped 17 out of 17 to earn his first shutout in his USHL career. Phantom's power play was 1 for 5. Cedar Rapids' power play was 0 for 1. 3 stars of the game. 3rd star went to Connor DeHaro. 2nd star went to Brecken Smith. And the 1st star was Melvin Strahl. Let's take a listen to last night's post-game interview with Phantom's head coach, Ryan Ward.
Ryan, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I thought it was a good effort. Obviously, 3-game weekend, so we got a long way to go. But thought we did a good job. Managed the puck decently. We're above it most of the time, won our battles, and got some timely goals. So it was good.
It seemed like a very slow start. What did you think of the first period?
I thought our start was actually good, and then we mismanaged the puck for about 5 or 6 minutes. And but other than that, I thought we got back on it. I thought our response in the second was really good. I thought Ozzy kind of took over in the second and third. I thought he had a great game. But yeah, I thought we were okay. Yeah, I thought in general, I thought we were above pucks and put pressure on their D and had some takeaways there. So overall, I was pleased.
Brecken Smith doesn't always show up on the score sheet. He did tonight, but he's a real glue guy there for you on the bottom half of the lineup. What do you think of Brecken's goal and the performance tonight?
Yeah, I thought Brecken was good. He's had 3 good games in a row now, I think. Just taking pucks to the net, and he looks a little faster through the neutral zone. So pleased with Brecken tonight. Hopefully this is a sign of things to come.
Adam Bannock. Wow, what else can we say about Adam? That was a pretty nice goal there in the third period.
Yeah, no, he's that's 3 games in a row he scored, and I think it was nice. His mom and sister are in town, so I'm sure he feels good about that. And it was nice to see him get on the score sheet. Obviously, walk that centerman there, so it was good.
Not only getting the shutout tonight, but it felt like the defense was really keeping Cedar Rapids from any type of sustained pressure in the offensive zone. What can you say about their play overall tonight?
Yeah, I thought they did a good job going back for pucks and moving them quickly and efficiently. I think that when you can exit your D zone as fast as you possibly can, I think it's a little less stress playing in your own end. And thought we did a good job of stretching it out a bit. And overall, just a solid effort without the puck, I think. Obviously, Melvin stood tall when he had to, and thought our guys did a good job away from it.
A little bit more on Strahl, if you could. Obviously, 17 saves for his first USHL shutout tonight.
Yeah, I didn't think he had a ton of significant tests, but I thought when he did, they were pretty legit chances, and I thought he looked really calm and poised in the net, and that's what we pay him to do.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
Thanks.
Youngstown has a distinguished legacy, and we're honored to now serve the Mahoning Valley. In your story, we find our purpose. And Number 1 Cochrane is committed to ensuring every chapter is driven by reliability and dedication. Because buying or servicing a vehicle is more than just a transaction. It's about helping people go farther, accomplish more, and enjoy the freedom of reliable transportation. With a great selection of brands in Youngstown, we can offer you more choices, greater value, and our completely transparent, clearly better car buying experience.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
The $6 meal deal is here. It starts with Dunkin's legendary coffee, a toasty, melty bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and a crispy, crumbly order of hash browns. It's kind of the biggest deal in breakfast. The $6 meal deal, available now.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Cavelli Center during the pregame show. Let's take a look at tonight's scratch report. We will start with the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. You can scratch Eric Cald, Sam Rinaldo, Chance Burleson, Rudy Gamond, Hayden Ellis, and Thomas Vandenberg. For the Phantoms, you can scratch number 3, Jack Wilson, number 56, Ryan Rusinski, and number 79, Kuzma Veronin. And now for tonight's starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Cedar Rapids Rough Riders, who entered tonight's game with a 5-9-0-1 record. Their 11 points put them in 7th place in the USHL's Eastern Conference. Starting at left wing out of Montreal, Quebec, committed to Northeastern, number 3, Amin Hajibi. At center, out of Birmingham, Michigan, committed to Merrimack, number 6, Daniel Astapovich. At right wing, out of Estero, Florida, committed to the University of Massachusetts, number 10, Jason Musa. On defense, out of Arlington, Texas, committed to Princeton, number 9, Garen Slezak. And out of Marlborough, Massachusetts, committed to Yale, number 29, Dylan Hunt. In net, out of Proctor, Minnesota, committed to Lindenwood, number 33, AJ Rieltz. Rieltz enters tonight's game with a 4-4-0-0 record, a 2.87 goals against average, and a .895 save percentage. The Rough Riders are coached by Mark Carlson. The associate head coach is Mike Lesige. They are assisted by Hampus Schodel. And now for the Youngstown Phantoms, who entered tonight's game with an 8-7-0-0 record. Their 16 points put them in 4th place in the USHL's Eastern Conference. Starting at left wing, out of Hanover, Massachusetts, committed to Maine, number 4, Michael Monroe. At center, out of Jackson, Michigan, committed to Miami, number 39, Brecken Smith. At right wing, out of Mundelein, Illinois, number 19, Mikey Burchill. On defense, out of Plymouth, Michigan, committed to Wisconsin and the draft property of the Buffalo Sabres, number 13, Luke Osborne. And out of Longmeadow, Massachusetts, committed to the University of Massachusetts, your captain, number 47, Colson Hanrahan. In net, out of Clarkston, Michigan, committed to Western Michigan, number 31, Owen Leapak. Owen enters tonight's game with a 1-3-0-0 record, a 3.02 goals against average, and a .857 save percentage. The Phantoms are coached in his 3rd season by Ryan Ward. The associate head coach is Brandon Gotkin. They are assisted by Scott Gordon. The equipment manager is Andrew Rust. The athletic trainer is Amber Martinelli. Goaltending coach Neil Conway, strength and conditioning coach Tommy Beloy, director of player development Ethan Goldberg, and the general managers are Jason Deskins and Ryan Kosecki. The officials for tonight's game were selected by USA Hockey and are as follows. The referees will be Christopher Conway and Luke Stork. The linesmen will be Gustav Arendt and Robert Taylor. Just about 5.5 minutes remaining here at the arena before starting lineups of the national anthems. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout, and when we come back, we will have Youngstown Phantoms Hockey here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Getting me drain. Getting me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Getting Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Here in Northeast Ohio, back in 1803, James and Danny Heaton found the ore that was lined in yellow. They built a blast furnace there along the shore. cannonballs that helped the Union win the war. Here in Youngstown, here in Youngstown, my sweet Jenny, I'm sinking down here, darling, in Youngstown.
NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand score! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Prepare for an incredible experience with Black Bear TV. Stream live in HD from every Black Bear facility and more. Determine the plan that's right for you and subscribe now.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you, who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Want a satisfying meal deal for just $6? Try the new $6 meal deal from Dunkin'. It's a medium hot or iced coffee and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and a side of hash browns for just $6. You know Dunkin' coffee. It's always made just how you like. The bacon, egg, and cheese is the most toasty and delicious, and crispy golden hash browns are a must. So they're in the new $6 meal deal too. Take advantage of this offer while it lasts.
Excludes espresso and cold brew beverages. Offer valid on bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches only. Excludes seasoned bacon. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions and terms apply.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
And now for tonight's starting lineup. At left wing from Hanover, Massachusetts, carrying the Marine Corps flag, number 4, Michael Monroe. At center from Jackson, Michigan, carrying the Air Force flag, number 39, Clarkston, Michigan, carrying the stars and stripes, the American flag, number 31, Owen Leapak. Remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem by Tara Loha.
A wonderful rendition of our national anthem on a Saturday night here in Youngstown. Welcome into the broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen. Voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack here with you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey. Joined by Dave Ferris, my engineer, Brendan Miller, keeping things up to date on social media for you. And my son Jonathan sitting here to my left, supervising all of us, trying to keep us in line. An impossible task, if I do say so myself. I have not only a head nod, but a thumbs up from Dave Ferris. And frankly, let's admit it, Dave is the one who needs watch most of all. Phantoms and Rough Riders for the fourth and final time this regular season. Still blows my mind that, we are here in the second or third week of November, however you want to count the calendar, and Phantoms are not going to see an interconference opponent for the remainder of the year unless they meet in the playoffs. Phantoms right now lead the regular season series 2-1. Won last night here at the Covelli Center 4-0. Phantoms come in at 8-7 on the year, 16 points there in fourth. Cedar Rapids 5-9-0-1, 11 points there in seventh. All right, Luke Stork signals that we are ready to go. Smith and Asipovich approach center red. Roll for initiative. We are underway as Smith wins the faceoff. Monroe bumps it back to Osborne. D-to-D over to Hanrahan. Snap back head off the stick of Monroe, just wide of the cage rails. Came out of the blue paint to play it, but he missed. Rolls into the right corner, up the wall a little bit. Hanrahan pinching, trying to keep the play alive for Youngstown. Knocked it down the wall where it is picked up by Slezak. Went D over to Hunt, bounced off of Hajibi and out to center. Phantom sent it back in, but that was right to the stick of Hunt. He got it as far as the red line before it came free, loose at the Youngstown line. Now Phantom's able to gather it in, and they will bump it over to Luke Osborne. But Mikey Coleman was about 3 feet offside on the zone entry, and we'll have a neutral zone faceoff 40 seconds into this one. First period presented by our friends at Price Heating and Cooling. Hesh to take the draw. Jakob will win that draw. Coleman bumps it down the wall, but rolled down to Mackey. A little trouble with it in his skates. Stengren came in, tried to take it away up to the half wall. Coleman battling for it. Taken away by the Riders and poked out to center. Rolls down to the Youngstown zone. DeHaro picks it up. Sends it over to Houston. Cal out to center for Coleman. Got run into by Nelson. Came loose the red line for Hesh and then played over to Stingram. Cade spins to the right half wall. Couldn't drop it back to the point, then second ever got it back to Houston. Cal skates the blue line. Turns now, fires, blocked, hit bodies in front. Rebound picked up by Mackey, off the boards and out to center. Houston fires it right back in. Phantoms touch up, but they couldn't resume the attack as the dump-in was stopped up by Mackey. Sent across the ice to Fenton, couldn't enter the zone. Into the zone. On the other end comes Bannock. His shot answered by the shoulder of Ray Eltz. Rebound, Bannock save. Rebound, score! Let's go fishing with dynamite. Cade Stangram puts home the rebound. And Youngstown leads 1-0. Time of the goal, 1:34. Bannock, a great job forcing his way through a check. Getting one on net. Loose at the side of the cage, and Justin Kerr going to get a helper on that as well. 89 from 9 and 16. Youngstown leads 1-0, and Bannock wins the draw again. Into the zone, but then firing a shot wide was Messick. In the right corner, Bannock bumped his man, but then two people got tangled, and down they both went as Hiles will corral it for the Rough Riders. Played over to Massa and dumped into the Youngstown zone. Leapak sent it to Frassard and then over to Bourne out to center. There's a big collision there at the blue line. Hiles knocked his man down. In steps Olvebny, tried to center, was looking in the middle for Sadowski, didn't click, and ahead comes Justin Kerr. Kerr, using that big frame, shoveled it through the mouth of the blue paint. Messick couldn't touch it home. On the right half wall in the Youngstown end. Think Kerr got away with a high stick there. He has the puck. Tried to feed it across. Bannock was wide open on the back door. It didn't go. Olvebny with the puck for Cedar Rapids. Out to center. Came Vig. He'll dump it to the right wing corner of the Youngstown zone. Taken by Hextall. Fed up the wall to Resendez and touched out to the neutral zone. Hextall with it at the right half wall. Jack turned, tried to send it into the slot, broken up by the Rough Riders and sent out to the neutral zone. Hajibi into the Phantoms and down the right side, kind of ran into the linesman a little bit, able to get it back in center, looking for Astapovich. The one-timer didn't go, and Slezak couldn't hold the zone. He's back at center for it. His pass stolen by Resendez. Landed into the zone, gave it up to Jardine, back to Resendez in the corner. Touch to Hextall, pass did not go. Astapovich off of Hajibi, stolen away by Jardine. Fed across Osborne, shot right to the chest of Rayelts, and he will hold on. .16:37 left in the first. Youngstown leads 1-0. Off the fifth goal of the season for Cade Stangram. Face off to the right of Rayelts. Controlled by the Rough Riders. Carrying ahead is Slezak. Was just shy of the red line, but as he dumped it in and hit a Phantom, so no icing here. Hanrahan sends it around the far wall. Blanchard pinched it away from his man, got it back into the corner it goes. Smith picks it up for Youngstown. Maybe a little hook there by Blanchard, but no call as Burchell able to chip it out to center. Picked up there by Osborne and fired into the Cedar Rapids zone. Right half wall, Burchell, 99 points in his USHL career. Tried to send it down low, taken away by the Riders. They'll bring it back through the neutral zone. Rolls to Osborne in his own end. Luke around the cage to Monroe, sent far side for a hand. The captain just shy of the red line, so they're going to call icing here on the Phantoms. 15:46 left in the first. Face-off back into the Phantom zone to the... Looks like they're going to bring it to the left of Owen Lepak. Hasn't seen a shot yet here in the first 4:14. Hesh to take the draw against Grant Young. Young will be kicked out of the circle. In will step Romeo. And Romeo will win that face-up. Taken by Hajibi over to the point for Mackey. Kept in the zone. Back down low it goes Romeo. But no, very late offside whistle from the far side linesman. It's an interesting call there as Robert Taylor was right there. Said no, he kept it onside. James Mackey doesn't like the call. I'm just confused by it, but we'll play on. Hesh take another face-off here against Young. Hesh poked it out of the circle, but it's controlled by the Riders as Hajibi fires it in. Comes around to the far side as I think Quentin Bourne guilty of a high... No, Mikey Coleman guilty of a high stick there as got one up into the face of Nick Romeo, and Cedar Rapids will head to the power play. On the season, Cedar Rapids power play 12.5%, 15th in the USHL. Phantoms power play 82.3% is 5th. Cedar Rapids power play against Youngstown this year, 1 for 13, which is 7.7%. Face off to the left of Lepak. Controlled by the Phantoms, sent around the wall, but kept at the left point by Musa. Back down the wall through Astapovich. Connected with Nelson behind the cage. Stolen once more by Youngstown, but they couldn't clear him. Musa left corner to Nelson. Over to the right half wall for Hajibi. Center point for Massa. Down the wall. Eluded Musa. Made it to Nelson behind the cage. Resendez fanned on the clearing attempt. Came back behind the net. Santilli battling his man hard. Loose puck can be picked up and backhanded to the line. Massa down to a knee to keep it. Worked it to Astapovich. And sent over to Hajibi. Hajibi, side of the net for Nelson. Back to Hajibi on the half wall. Center point, Massa, shot, score. Off the glove of Owen Lepak and in. Power play goal as this one looks like it was redirected by Heath Nelson, his second goal of the season. And first shot of the game for Cedar Rapids ends up in the back of the Youngstown net. Time of the goal, 5:18. Lepak had a good look at it. It looked like it hit the glove. But Nelson right in front maybe just changed it enough that Lepak couldn't snag it. And the Rough Riders tie the game. Youngstown wins the draw, right half wall. Hextall down low. Was looking for Resendez and now Jardine. Back up to Hextall. Fed back into the corner. Hunt took it away from Resendez. Went D-to-D over to Slezak, sent it off the window and out to center. DeHaro chipped it right back in, but I think he might have hit a member of the Rough Riders bench. And that should be our media timeout. If they're paying attention, down in the score box. Nope, okay, we're going to go back to action. Hesh wins the faceoff cleanly over to DeHaro. DeHaro chipped it in. Behind the cage, picked up. Out to the right point, Houston. Back down low for Stangram. Cade being watched by Slezak. Went right, went left, fed it up to the point to DeHaro. D-to-D over to Houston. Back center point for DeHaro. Thought about the shot. Member of the Riders without a stick, that's Musa. DeHaro danced around him. Musa has his twig back, sending it out to the right point for Houston. Trade places with DeHaro. DeHaro, one-timer, shot save, rebound, trickled wide of the cage. Coleman and Stangram both had a shot at it. As it's out to the left point, Houston couldn't hold the zone, and the Riders ship it back ahead. Hit the skates of the linesman, came into the center ice logo. Nice hit there by DeHaro. 13:20 left in the first. Riders trying to break it out of their zone. Snapped across, looking for Hajibi. No icing on the plays. It's picked up behind the cage by Bourne. Phantoms able to get to center and Resendez. Landon into the zone. Back to Jardine. Cycled into the corner looking for Hextall. Broken up by the Riders. Jardine got it back. Fed it to the point to Bourne. To Frassard. D over to Bourne. And played back out to center. Hextall sent it back into the zone. Couldn't catch up to it. Had Resendez crashing down the middle as Cedar Rapids plays it back out to the neutral zone. Santilli got caught flat-footed on the change. Charging toward the cage and then sending it through the low slot was Grant Young. Nobody there to touch it for Cedar Rapids. Back behind the cage it goes. Frassard pinning it to the boards. Young pried it free for a moment. It's going to come to Romeo instead. Fed into the slot for a pass down low by Blanchard. Centered back in front by Young. Off of Blanchard's stick and out to the point. Poked out to center by Resendez. Chipped it ahead, died in front of the Riders bench. Sent far side for Romeo. He'll send it into the Youngstown zone. Romeo will hustle off to the bench. Picked up at the side of the cage by Hiles. Tried to center. Broken up by the Phantoms. Skating it ahead was Messick. Loose at center. Phantoms got away with a trip. They're in the neutral zone. Play continues into the Youngstown zone, but the Phantoms ice the puck. With 11:44 left in the first, we're tied at 1. Shots on goal 5-1 in favor of Youngstown. Face off to the left of Lepak. And immediately kicked out of the circle is Hiles. Olvebny will step in. As Youngstown trying to control the draw, they could not. Shot was blocked off the stick of Sadowski. Played out to the red line by Messick. Couldn't get it into the zone. Second effort, he will. But I think his dump-in went over the glass and out of play, and we will finally have our media timeout. 11:30 left in the first, tied at 1. Listen to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey and West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Youngstown has a distinguished legacy, and we're honored to now serve the Mahoning Valley. In your story, we find our purpose. And Number One Cochrane is committed to ensuring every chapter is driven by reliability and dedication. Because buying or servicing a vehicle is more than just a transaction. It's about helping people go farther, accomplish more, and enjoy the freedom of reliable transportation. With a great selection of brands in Youngstown, we can offer you more choices, greater value, and our completely transparent, clearly better car buying experience.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center. 11:30 left in the first. Phantoms and Rough Riders tied at 1. Even strength goal for Cade Stengram. Power play goal for Heath Nelson. Neutral zone drop coming. Looks like it's going to be Kerr to take the face-off against, I believe, Cole Hiles. Face-off won by Hiles. Hunt brings it ahead for the Rough Riders. Crosses the red line, fires into the Youngstown zone. Lepak stops it behind the cage, sends it back up the near side looking for Messick. Kept at the line by Hunt, worked it down the wall. Stolen by Osborne, played out to center. Picked up by Messick, and now ahead for Kerr, but he was offside on himself. As didn't have control of the puck when he crossed the blue line. Although quick whistle there, I didn't think he had actually touched it when he was offside. It was definitely going to be offside, though. Looks like they're going to bring the face-off to the near side. Right in front of the Rough Riders bench. Manned by Mark Carlson in his 25th year as the head coach of the Rough Riders. Neutral zone draw won by Youngstown. Osborne, a head pass was stolen. Redirected back, picked up by Smith to Osborne. D to D over to Hanrahan. The captain to the red line. Flicks it to the right wing corner. Comes around near side, pinching in Brecken Smith. Then Osborne chip it back down low. Over the head of Vig. It bounced to Smith. Tried to work it to Monroe. Taken away by Vig. He'll bring it up the near side. Send it off the dasher and down the ice. Might be icing. No, they're going to wait. No! I thought Musa had it beat out. As the crowd's going to gather, Astapovich. Little bump there on Monroe for the linesman in to separate him. So face-off back down into the Youngstown end. Out come Burchell, Smith, and Monroe. Looks like it'll be Houston DeHaro on the back end. Smith wins the draw cleanly. Burchell down the wall to Houston. Cal in the corner. Walks the blue line. Backhander off the side of the cage. And then rebound redirected wide. That one popped up in the air as this one kept at the line by Monroe. Fed down the wall off of Burchell. One touch into the corner. Picked up there by Vig. Around the cage. Took a bump from Smith, but traded off to his defensive partner, Mackey. To Hajibi and then out to center. Forced Astapovich to bump into the zone, but Houston took the puck away, got it out to center for DeHaro and then Monroe, who lost his footing in front of the bench, came back for Hajibi. His clearing attempt hit Burchell in the shoulder, but settled down for Fenton. Puck back down into the Youngstown zone. Blanchard, one hand on his stick, around the cage on his backhand right side, up to the point. D to D to Slezak, left circle. Hajibi. Shot, shoulder save by Lepak, rebound. Cleared down the ice by Mikey Burchell. Not enough steam on it for icing, so Fenton back for it. Plays it behind him to Slezak, then traded off. Phantoms trying to keep it into the zone. That's Caden Casey in the right wing corner. Fed back to the defense. Off of Fenton. Played it off the shoulder of Casey and out the center. Picked up there by Blanchard. Dropped it behind him for Nelson. Bumped off the puck by Bourne. As it rolled to Frassard. Kept in, cleared. Came to the back door. Oh, Lepak got across to make the save on Casey. As it turned into a mini 2-on-1 down low. Rough Riders touch up. Try to get back on the attack as Bourne plays it around to Frassard. Eric behind him. Up the wall. To Stangram, taken away by Nelson. Frassard in the corner. To Hesh to Bourne. Out to center, off of Coleman. Probably could have been a hand pass there on Youngstown, but play continues. Frassard to Stangram and bumped out to center. This one has enough steam for icing. Wasn't sure if it was going to go. Wasn't sure if it was going to go on net, but it did have just enough steam to cross the red line. So face-off back down into the Youngstown zone. Face-off to the left of Lepak. Coleman to take the draw against Young. Coleman won it cleanly. Murphy up the wall to Stangram. Bouncing puck. Worked it over to Coleman. Mikey to the red line. Will lift it to the right wing corner and head off for a change. Picked up by Massa. Fed over to the right side up to the point for Hajibi. Kept in the zone by Messick, but taken away by Massa once more. Kerr watching him, as is Bannock. Puck came to Kerr. Centered for Bannock, his one-timer. Saved by Rielts. And the rebound into the meshing, and that's going to draw a crowd as there's a check after the whistle. I think it was Justin Kerr that got bumped in the glass. We'll see if anything comes of this on the other side of the media timeout. 8:10 left in the first, tied at 1. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
8:10 left in the first. We're tied at 1. Referee Christopher Conway has put a member of each team in the box off the post-whistle fracas. I saw Adam Banach go to the Phantoms box. I did not see who went into the box for the Rough Riders. Looks like they're going to leave the action on the ice at 5-a-side. Matching roughing minors for the 2 in the box. It'll be Hextall to take the draw against Hiles. Hiles going to be kicked out of the circle again. I believe it's the second time tonight Hiles has been kicked out of the circle. Ovebny will step in. Hextall knocks it into the Riders' zone, but right to the stick of Slezak. D over to Hunt, and then bounced down into the Youngstown zone. Rough Riders were offside, so Ovebny could not touch his Santilli. Goes D over to Murphy. Carter to the red line, fired it in hard off the end, settled down behind the cage. Slezak plays it away from Resendez, picked up by Hextall, sent off the back of the cage, stolen below the goal line for a moment by Jardine before taken right back by the Rough Riders. Sadowski couldn't clear, kept by Hextall. Shot, score! Hextall from up high, redirected down low by Evan Jardine, and Youngstown has a 2-1 lead. Time of the goal, 12:23. For Jardine, his 4th goal of the season. As it is just never a bad idea to get something on net. As Hextall stole the clearing pass and just flicked it toward the cage, hit the heel of Jardine's stick and went in. In fact, if you were watching on Flow Hockey, I don't even think we got the puck going in the net in the frame for you, and I apologize for that. As Cedar Rapids wins the faceoff, and they'll bring it into the Youngstown zone offside. For Hextall, I believe that's the 10th assist of the season for him. Very close to at least the lead amongst rookies in the USHL for assists. Jack having a very good freshman campaign here in the USHL. When he's on the ice, good things happen. As Cedar Rapids won the neutral zone draw, dumped it in, hand brought it around to the near corner, and as he made a motion to clear, it looks like he accidentally busted Luke Stork, one of our referees, in the chops. Storky looks like he's okay. Puck in the right wing corner. Musa lost his footing, battling for the puck, able to regather, worked it up the wall, but taken by Monroe. His pass ahead hit the skates of Hijibi, came back to Monroe, cleared to the point, kept by Hijibi. Walked the blue line, couldn't keep it, and he'll retreat to center. Hijibi back into his own zone, watched by Monroe. Sent near side and carried ahead by Blanchard, knocked down by a Phantom glove and played back out to the neutral zone. Back into the Phantom's end, it's Houston. Over to Osborne, back out to center for Houston. Played ahead toward the Youngstown line, knocked away by the Rough Riders, and in they come. Blanchard in, shot, Leapak, save, rebound picked up by the Phantoms. Hesh begins to carry ahead for Youngstown. Snapped it out to center, and coming ahead is Stangram. He ripped one wide of the cage. Hesh to the rebound, taken away by Nelson and poked out to the neutral zone. Into the zone comes Blanchard. Into the left wing corner, he played it. DeHaro got there first, worked it to Houston, stolen by the Rough Riders, but unable to get anything on net there. Loose puck picked up by Coleman, played to the line for Stangram. He'll escape to the safety of center, but short of the red line, he chipped it in, and that'll be icing on the Youngstown Phantoms. Face-off back down into the Phantom zone. 5:37 left in the first. Youngstown leads 2-1. Shots on goal, 8-5 in favor of the Phantoms. Hesh to take the draw against Hiles. And Hiles going to be kicked out of the circle again. I don't know if Cole Hiles has successfully taken a face-off all evening. Olvebny in the circle, and he'll win that draw. Hiles, left point for Vig. Walked over to the wall, shot, hit a body in the slot. Rebound, Hiles fanned on it. Coleman got to it, his clearing attempt broken up by Young. Fed across over to Olvebny, tried to bump it back into the slot, but that's the stick of Stangrum. Across to Coleman. Mikey gains the red line, fights through a couple of checks. Coleman, right circle, shot, Rayel, save, popped up in the air, came over to the left wall. Coleman got his own rebound, chipped it off the window and down in the corner. Coleman heads off toward the bench. Picked up by McKell. Forced out to the neutral zone, came as far as the red line before it's poked ahead by Bourne and worked it to Stengrum still on the ice. Benock tried to feed it far side for a pinching defenseman, broken up by the Rough Riders and now played out to the neutral zone. Knocked back ahead by the Phantoms. Kerr danced around the man but couldn't keep the puck, and the Riders lifted back out into the Youngstown end. Fassard back for it, D-to-D over to Bourne. Quinton couldn't clear. Sadowski around the cage, brings it to the near corner, fed it up to the point. Worked back down by Massa. Behind the cage, it's Romeo. Came near side, back up to the point from Massa. Off the window, back down low. Around to the left wing corner, Bourne's the first one to it. Up to the left half wall, Kerr bumped it off of Benock and out to the neutral zone. Gathered in there by Casey. Sent back over to Sadowski. The Riders resume the attack. Sadowski's shot covered by Leapak, but he got run into, and the rebound came to Kerr, who's able to play it out to center. Backtracking for it is Slezak. Traded it off to Massa, then back to Slezak and out to the neutral zone as Messick put a man down hard out at center. Puck back ahead for Kerr. Down the right side, Kerr, power move to the cage. Loses the blue paint, in front! Benock scored, and they wave it off. I wonder if Kerr was interfering with Rayelts. Down low official Luke Stork waved it off immediately. And they're going to go to video review. So we will take a timeout. 3:41 left in the first. 2-1 Youngstown for now. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Youngstown has a distinguished legacy, and we're honored to now serve the Mahoning Valley. In your story, we find our purpose. And Number One Cochrane is committed to ensuring every chapter is driven by reliability and dedication. Because buying or servicing a vehicle is more than just a transaction. It's about helping people go farther, accomplish more, and enjoy the freedom of reliable transportation. With a great selection of brands in Youngstown, we can offer you more choices, greater value, and our completely transparent, clearly better car buying experience.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Call on the ice remains unchanged. That is no goal. Goaltender interference on Justin Kerr. No penalty. And frankly, I believe it's the correct call. So Bannock denied his 6th goal of the season, has captured the team lead in goals with his 3-game goal-scoring streak. So Bannock now 5 goals on the season, leads Mikey Burchell, who has 4. Luke Stork now over to talk to Ryan Ward. And this one looked pretty clear-cut to me. Stork, the immediate no-go call. Neutral zone face-off, 3:41 left in the first, 2-1 Phantoms. Cedar Rapids controls the drop of the pass to Hajibi, did not click, fired in by Hanrahan. Rayelt stopped it behind the cage, sent it up the far wall. Hajibi bumped it into the circle, able to work it to Vig and out to center, taken away by the Phantoms. Burchell from the red line, fired into the zone. Rayelt slowed it down behind the cage, played it up the far wall. Hanrahan quickly back toward the net, hit a body in front. That was a Phantom. Bounce to the Riders, and they'll bring it ahead quickly. Hajibi centering feed, stick to the corner by Osborne. Astapovich back to Hajibi. Up high for Musa in the slot. Fanned on the shot, then Monroe nicely poked it out to center. Good stick there by Money. Mackey from the red line, sent into the zone, went through the legs of Leapak and around to the near half wall harmlessly. Smith, little trouble with it, got overtaken. Nelson with the puck, but turned it over at the side of the cage. Osborne being watched by Casey, spins away from him. Luke, D over to Hanrahan. Captain slowing things down. 2:30 left in the first. Phantoms lead 2-1. Osborne now up the near side. Redirected into the zone by Youngstown. Ray Eltz plays it to the right corner. Phantoms there quickly. Jardine down low for Resendez shot as he walked out in front. Got a backhand away. Ray Eltz with the save. Rebound behind the cage taken by Casey. Floated ahead and bumped off the glass and out to center by Nelson. Ahead for Blanchard. Got around DeHaro and then Resendez got the backhander on the cage. Leapak with the save. Hextall now to the neutral zone for Jardine and Resendez. Landon into the zone, bumps it down low. Hextall knocked away from a man who lost his footing. That was Casey. Came out to the neutral zone. Houston picked it up at his line, sent it back out to center for Resendez. Couldn't play it over to Hextall as he was bumped by Nelson. Loose puck on the logo. Gathered by Massa and chipped into the right wing corner. Thought Cedar Rapids had too many men on the ice there. Hiles turned it over to DeHaro. Up to the line for Jardine. Pumped it back to DeHaro. D over to Houston. 1:15 left in the first. 2-1 Youngstown. DeHaro to the red line and fires it in. Youngstown. 4 fresh skaters on the ice as Cedar Rapids brings it ahead. Cedar Rapids dumps it into the Phantoms. And Leapak set it up for Murphy. Quickly back toward the cage. That was blocked along the way. Young over to Olvebny. Back to Young behind the net. Came left corner. Up the wall to Hiles. To the half wall, taken away by Coleman. 40 seconds left in the period. Coleman. Little trouble with it at the line. Fired it in. Fans are offside. They touch up, but it's Young sending it far side for Slezak. Gains the red line, sends it into the Phantom zone. Leapak stops it behind the cage, sends it far corner for Santilli. Clubbed it up the wall, made it to Coleman. Astapovich kept it in the zone. Back behind the cage, Murphy to the left corner for Santilli. Luke up the window and down the ice. Going to die just inside the line where it's picked up by Vig. D over to Mackey. 12 seconds left in the period. Mackey has it stolen. Coming ahead is Messick. Messick waits for help. Fed it through the middle, out to the point. Murphy turns, fires, save. Rayelt's rebound loose, but it will not matter because there is the buzzer to end the first period. Phantoms get goals from Cade Stingram and Evan Jardine. Had one waved off for Adam Bannock. Rough Riders get a power play goal for Heath Nelson. At the end of 20 minutes, Youngstown has a 2-1 lead. Shots on goal in the first period, 10-7 in favor of Youngstown. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout, and when we come back, we will have our first intermission report here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Prepare for an incredible experience with Black Bear TV. Stream live in HD from every Black Bear facility and more. Determine the plan that's right for you and subscribe now.
The $6 meal deal is here. It starts with Dunkin's legendary coffee, a toasty, melty bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and a crispy, crumbly order of hash browns. It's kind of the biggest deal in breakfast. The $6 meal deal, available now.
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand scores! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Covelli Center for the first intermission report. At the end of 20 minutes to play, the Youngstown Phantoms have a 2-1 lead on the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. Shots on goal from that first period, 10-7 in favor of Youngstown. Phantoms got on the board early at 1:34 was Cade Stangram with his 5th goal of the season. Adam Bannock and Justin Kerr with the assists, 1-0 Phantoms. Rough Riders tied it at 5:18 with a power play goal. Right now being credited to Martin Massa, but Heath Nelson led the celebration line. And if it is Nelson, it's his 2nd goal of the season. Assuming that Massa will get the assist, he took the shot from center point. And that tied the game at 1. At 12:23, Jack Hextall stole a clearing pass, worked it up to the blue line, and then flicked a shot toward the cage. Evan Jardine redirected it in the slot and got it behind A.J. Rayelts for Jardine, his 4th goal of the season. Hextall with a lone assist, and that gave Youngstown a 2-1 lead. At 3:41, it looked like Adam Bannock had scored his 6th goal of the season. It was waved off due to goaltender interference by Justin Kerr, so no goal for the Phantoms. Correct call to my eyes, and that kept us at 2-1. No penalty on the play. There were a couple of penalties in that first period. Mikey Coleman called for high sticking at 4:32. That's what led to the power play goal for Nelson. And then Massa and Bannock got matching roughing minors at 11:50. A.J. Rayelts has stopped 8 out of 10. Owen Lepak has stopped 6 out of 7. Rough Riders power play is 1-for-1. Youngstown has not been awarded a power play as of yet here this evening. Going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. You are listening to the first intermission report on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday 10 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people.
Youngstown has
Member
a distinguished
FDIC.
legacy, and we're honored to now serve the Mahoning Valley. In your story, we find our purpose. And Number One Cochrane is committed to ensuring every chapter is driven by reliability and dedication. Because buying or servicing a vehicle is more than just a transaction. It's about helping people go farther, accomplish more, and enjoy the freedom of reliable transportation. With a great selection of brands in Youngstown, we can offer you more choices, greater value, and our completely transparent, clearly better car buying experience.
Get me drain. Get me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now, 330-758-5031.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center during the first intermission report. Phantoms lead the Rough Riders 2-1. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. It's the only USHL game currently underway, but a full slate of games this evening, all 16 teams in action. Games that are starting at 7:05 Eastern. One of them will be the Omaha Lancers and the Sioux Falls Stampede. Another will be the Green Bay Gamblers and the Fargo Force. Final 7:05 puck drop, Muskegon and Sioux City. Game's getting underway. One more 7:05 puck drops. Tri-City will be in Waterloo to take on the Blackhawks. And then looks like a trio of 8:05 puck drops. The Lincoln Stars will be at Fox Valley Ice Arena to take on the Chicago Steel. The Des Moines Buccaneers will be in Dubuque to take on the Fighting Saints as those teams wrap up a home-and-home weekend. And then the U-17s will be in Madison to take on the Capitals. Madison beat Team USA 12-1 last night. I believe Riker Lee had at least 2 goals, if not 3. Might have even had 4 points as well. Maybe 5 if I remember what I saw on social media correctly. Take a look at the college hockey scoreboard. Sacred Heart down Robert Morris 6-3. Niagara leads Holy Cross 2-1. AIC and Bentley scoreless at the end of the first. Ferris State and Lake Superior State scoreless, 2 minutes left in the first. Clarkson beat Union 2-1. Quinnipiac and Yale scoreless after 1. UMass leads Providence 2-1 at the end of the first. The Friars are 7-1-2 on the early season. UMass Lowell leads Vermont 1-0. The Riverhawks, they're 7-2 on the year. End of the first period in Kalamazoo. Western Michigan leads Colorado College 1-0. Earlier this afternoon, Ohio State beat Lindenwood 3-2. Long Island leads Stonehill 4-1. That'll do it for the college hockey scoreboard. Let's take a look at the NHL scoreboard. No games currently underway. Earlier this afternoon, the Blues beat the Bruins in overtime 3-2. Former Phantom Georgi Merkulov got hit the first point of his NHL career on one of the goals by Trent Frederick. Seattle Kraken beat the New York Islanders 3-2. Later tonight, the Oilers travel to Toronto to take on the Maple Leafs on Hockey Night in Canada. The Blue Jackets battle the Canadiens. Devils will be in Tampa to take on the Lightning. The Winnipeg Jets just suffered their second loss of the year. They'll take on the Florida Panthers. The Buffalo Sabres will be in Philadelphia to take on the Flyers. The San Jose Sharks and former Chicago Steel Macklin Celebrini, the number 1 overall pick, they'll be in Pittsburgh to take on the Penguins. The Senators will be in Carolina to battle the Hurricanes. Dallas Stars will take on the Minnesota Wild. Red Wings will battle the Kings. And 10 p.m. puck drop between the Blackhawks and Canucks. Over to the college football scoreboard. Earlier this afternoon, up the street at Stambaugh Stadium, YSU in overtime beat Northern Iowa 39-38. 2-point conversion in the first overtime did the trick for YSU. Games currently in action. Number 4, Penn State leads Purdue 49-10. Number 8, Notre Dame leads Virginia 35-7. SMU trying to hold off Boston College. Boston College with the ball. 2 minutes left in the game. Eagles trail by 3. Louisville leads Stanford 35-28. 2 minutes left in the fourth. The Cardinal have the ball. Number 22, LSU trailing Florida 27-16. 4 minutes left in that one, but an 11-point contest. Number 21, South Carolina leads number 23, Missouri, 21-12. Earlier this afternoon, number 2, Ohio State beat Northwestern 31-7. Number 3, Texas beat Arkansas 20-10. Number 10, Alabama beat Mercer 52-7. Number 17, Colorado beat Utah 49-24. Number 20, Clemson came from behind to beat Pitt 24-20. Number 25, Tulane shut out Navy 35-0. Later tonight, number 13, Boise State will travel to San Jose State. Number 16, Kansas State hosts Arizona State. Number 1, Oregon travels to Camp Randall Stadium to take on the Wisconsin Badgers. Big game in the SEC. Number 7, Tennessee will travel to Athens to battle Georgia between the hedges. Number 15, Texas A&M will take on New Mexico State. Number 18, Washington State will take on New Mexico. And number 6, BYU will host Kansas in a 10:15 p.m. kickoff. That'll do it for the out-of-town scoreboard and the first intermission report. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, second period action between the Phantoms and Rough Riders here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Experience the best in hockey streaming with Black Bear TV, serving the Cavelli Center and Deep Freeze Arena, plus dozens of venues across North America. State-of-the-art HD cameras will change the way you watch games. Choose the plan that works for you at blackbearsports.tv.
The $6 meal deal is here. It starts with Duncan's legendary coffee, a toasty, melty bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and a crispy, crumbly order of hash browns. It's kind of the biggest deal in breakfast. The $6 meal deal, available now.
Veterans, the Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand score! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Youngstown has a distinguished legacy, and we're honored to now serve the Mahoning Valley. In your story, we find our purpose. And Number One Cochrane is committed to ensuring every chapter is driven by reliability and dedication. Because buying or servicing a vehicle is more than just a transaction. It's about helping people go farther, accomplish more, and enjoy the freedom of reliable transportation. With a great selection of brands in Youngstown, we can offer you more choices, greater value, and our completely transparent, clearly better car buying experience.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back inside the Cavelli Center for the start of the second period. Phantoms with a 2-1 lead. First period goals for Cade Stingram and Evan Jardine. They have updated the scoring on the Nelson goal. Assists go to Martin Massa and Amin Hajibi. And they did get the assist for Justin Kerr officially in the scorebooks. And you can roll for initiative. The second period is underway. Smith wins the draw cleanly. Hanrahan to Osborne. Back out to center. Rolls to the stick of Slezak. Played out to the neutral zone. Hajibi ahead for Musa. Nice stick there by Osborne to break up the attempt by Musa. Thought he was going to dance around him, but Osborne, Sabres draft pick, having none of it, as Hajibi got dumped as he sent the puck down low. Around to the corner for the pinching Slezak. To Musa, to Hajibi. Up to Slezak, shot, lead pack, save, rebound to the corner. Hajibi bounced off of Hanrahan, but Hanrahan came away with the puck, slipped it up the ice. This is probably going to be icing on the Phantoms, and yes, it will be. As Monroe took a bump from Slezak and then took another bump from Hunt. Slezak getting a talking to from the linesman and Mikey Burchell. 39 seconds into this second period. Face-off back into the Youngstown zone after the icing whistle. Riders will be able to change the lines. Phantoms will not be able to after the icing violation. Face off to the right of Lepak. Casey to take the draw against Smith. Casey gets waved out of the circle. Blanchard going to step in to take the draw. Smith wins the draw cleanly. DeHaro cycled it down low for Osborne. Luke around the cage to the far side, banked it out to center, picked up at the red line by Mikkel. Played back into the zone. Lepak set it up behind the cage for DeHaro. Connor sent it to the near wall and out to center, picked up in front of the benches. Phantom skated ahead. They'll direct it on net. Rails will stop it, play it to the left corner. Mikkel couldn't take it. Nice work by Monroe, but able to send it down the wall to Casey, and now back out to center for Blanchard. Into the zone, crisscrossed with Nelson. Phantom lost his stick as it comes to Mikkel. Poked away from him cleanly by DeHaro. Up to the line, Phantoms just get it across into the neutral zone before it's stolen by Casey and swept right back in. Houston behind the cage for it, over to DeHaro. Connor back to Cal, and then back to DeHaro at the line. Played ahead for the redirect into the zone by Kerr. Comes behind the cage. Mackey got there before Messick, loose along the goal line. Picked up by Vig, carried it into the corner. Played it past Messick and back over to Mackey. Up the near wall for Ulvebny, and then ahead for Hiles. Rolled off of his stick into the right wing corner. Took a bump, still has the puck. Tried to center for Sadowski. Play was broken up by Houston. Cal around the cage to DeHaro. Mostly fanned on his clearing attempt, picked up by Bannock and sent out to the neutral zone. Bounced off the stick of Kerr and to Hiles. He'll carry into the zone. Fed it out to the left point for Mackey. He'll turn and fire. Shot missed the cage. Vig held it into the right point, cycled it back down low. Bounced off a man. Houston played it up the near wall, but Bannock couldn't clear. Came back to Houston in the left circle, being watched by Young. Cal feeds it to DeHaro behind the cage up the far wall now, and Messick will redirect it out to the neutral zone. Picked up at the red line by Vig and played back to the line for Romeo. Couldn't go inside out on the man, then did, got the shot away. Stopped by Lepak. Bounces out to the left point, Vig intentionally wide. Swept away from the man and over to Hajibi on the right wall. Hajibi steps in, shot was going wide of the cage, but Lepak, sensing the tired bodies, will glove and hold. 17:01 left in the second. Phantoms with the 2-1 lead. Phantoms, when leading after one this year, 3-1. Rough Riders, when trailing after one, 1-4. Young to take the draw to the left of Lepak, and Grant Young will win that draw for the Riders as they try to drop it back to the point to Slezak. Couldn't keep it in the zone. Lepak slowed it down, played it over to the far side, and the Phantoms will carry it ahead. Chipped in by Hextall. Came around to Slezak. Stolen by Hextall as he tried to work a clear. His pass across, broken up by Hunt, and redirects it in the neutral zone. Hextall back for it, played it to Murphy. Back across to Hextall to Resendez. Nice nifty pass between the legs there, but Hextall couldn't enter the zone. Good stick by Slezak. Bouncing around in the neutral zone, carried ahead by Young. Grant swings wide. Shot missed the cage. Off the corner boards, kept by Hajibi. Touched back to the point. Slapped toward the net by the Gamblers. That was Massa. Missed the cage. Resendez to Jardine into the zone. Long distance shot off the post by Hextall. It's the little get me on net wrister from Hextall near the blue line. Almost scored again. Similar play resulted in the goal for Jardine. So the puck is back in the Phantom zone. Blanchard to Casey, back to Blanchard. Up the near wall to the point for Massa. D to D over to Mikkel. Shot, score. Thomas Mikkel, his first goal of the season. Unless they're going to say that Nelson redirected this one too. That might be the case as he leads the celebration line. If it's Nelson's, his second goal of the game. And Cedar Rapids ties things up. Time of the goal, 4:18. Cedar Rapids has had a little more jump here as we have started things off. Here in the second, And that extra effort rewarded in a goal. Youngstown wins the draw. Hesh over to Stangram. Into the left wing corner. He'll battle against Vig. Puck controlled by Hiles. He'll carry it near side, trying to get away from Hesh. Up the wall, Vebny took it away and poked out to center by Mackey. Gathered in there by DeHaro. D over to Osborne. Snapped into the right wing corner. Came to Stangram. Worked over to Osborne. Played it off the wall through his legs to Smith, who fanned on the dump in. Hiles picked up the loose puck. Got it to Ulvebny and then Mackey. Into the zone. Bumped by Hanrahan. Still has the puck. Fires it down low. Comes around to the far side. Astapovich keeping it alive for the Rough Riders. Puck loose at center. Played ahead by Williams to Hijibi. Across to the left circle. Shot toward the cage. Blocked one the way. Astapovich fed it in front. Backhanded down the ice by Stangram as he got the clear. This one should not have been an icing whistle as it died on the red line. Has to cross the red line. As they've called the officials timeout here in the arena, but going to keep it right here. Face-off back in the Youngstown zone to the left of Lepek. Astapovich to take the draw. But that face-off won by Youngstown. They'll work it up the far wall. Kept to the right point by Williams. His shot wide of the cage. Hunt hustling over to the left point to keep the attack alive for Cedar Rapids. Houston taken to the wall by Astapovich. Sent up the wall by Smith. Got it back. Brecken looking for options. Plays it out to center. Skating into it. Coming down the lane was Monroe and dropped it back for a shot by Hanrahan. That was right to the glove of Raeltz. And now we will have our media timeout as bodies come together below the goal line. 14:03 left in the second. We're tied at 2. Listen to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey and West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
The $6 meal deal is here. It starts with Duncan's legendary coffee, a toasty, melty bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and a crispy, crumbly order of hash browns. It's kind of the biggest deal in breakfast. The $6 meal deal, available now.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center. 14:03 left in the second. Deuce is wild on the scoreboard. We're tied at 2. Shots on goal 13-8 in favor of Youngstown. That's 3 in the period for the Phantoms, 1 for the Rough Riders, and that one ended up going behind Owen Lepek. And I think they did end up crediting the goal to Heath Nelson. As the Rough Riders won the defensive zone draw, and it is Nelson sweeping it into the Phantoms end. Comes around to the right corner. Blanchard bumped to Haro, but he worked the puck to Benock over to DeHaro and then played out to center off of Messick. It bounced back to Houston, back ahead to Messick, and then into the Rough Riders zone. Messick trying to hold the line, couldn't work it down the boards to Kerr. Taken away by Blanchard and played out to center for Casey. Dumped into the Phantoms end. Lepek stopped it behind the cage, worked it through Houston to Kerr and then to Benock. Adam Ducked around one check, got it over to Messick. Tried to feed it back down low, but DeHaro broke off his rush. Loose behind the cage, Kerr battling for it. Worked it to the side of the net, floated over toward the half wall. Sticked in the corner by Blanchard. Kerr centered, nobody there for Youngstown. Banach stole the clearing pass, popped up in the air. Blanchard still with it, popped up in the air. Shot loose at the side of the blue paint. Banach, toe save by Rayelt as Banach had a mostly open cage. As looks like Blanchard maybe took a penalty here. Trail official with the call. Justin Kerr took exception to something. Went over and said something to Blanchard, who is heading to the sin bin. So Youngstown will get their first power play of the game on the season. 22%, 6th in the league. Penalty kill for Cedar Rapids, 80% is 9th. Power play for Youngstown against Cedar Rapids is 20%. It's like the second power play unit going to start here for the Phantoms. Face-off will be to the left of Rayelts. I believe that's Burchell to take the draw against Olvebny. Olvebny wins it cleanly. Veg gets the clear. High sticking was the call on Blanchard as Lepak played the puck over to the right half wall. Stolen by the Riders. That was Olvebny. Fed it back behind the cage. Bed. Bourne around over to get it in the left corner. And he'll carry it behind the cage to set up the breakout. Bourne ahead to Burchell. Hit a skate, came back to Burchell on the give and go. Couldn't get a shot away. Burchell taken to the boards by Slezak. 30 seconds gone on the power play. Messick trying to dig it out. Did so for a moment, rolled into the corner. Resendez lost it. Gathered in by Olvebny, and he'll clear. Bourne carrying ahead for Youngstown. To DeHaro, but offside are the Youngstown Phantoms. Mackey, a little extra shove to DeHaro after the whistle. Linesman in to separate them. 1:05 left on the power play for Youngstown. Looks like the top power play unit's going to cycle on here. Osborne, Hextall, Banach, Jardine, and Kerr. And it looks like it'll be Jardine to take the face-off against Hiles. And, yeah, I was going to say, that was not the best puck drop I've seen. First, Taylor said, that's my fault, and then, no, I'm going to kick Evan Jardine out of the circle. Kerr steps in to take the draw. Phantoms won the draw, was played into the zone by Jardine, but Rough Riders able to recover, and Hunt gets the clear. Banach back for it as Hiles lost his footing, and Banach's going to come ahead with speed. Adam to the red line in the blue, into the zone. Fires it around the kick plate. Bounced over the stick of Kerr as it comes around to the near wall. Phantom's able to work and get the keep. It's Jardine. Jardine, left corner. To Kerr, to Hextall, left half. Back to Kerr, goal line extended. Fed it in front, Jardine. Shoveled a backhander. It was blocked along the way, and then the Rough Riders able to just get one to squeak down the ice. Lepak with a quick up for Jardine at the red line. Evan floats near side, backhands it in. Rail stops it behind the cage, sets it up for Vig. He'll fire it around the wall. Kept to the left point nicely by Osborne. Worked it to Hextall. Back to the point. To Hextall at the half. Side of the cage for Kerr. Lost the puck. Poked to the corner by Mackey. 1 second left on the power play. Out of the box of the Rough Riders. Banach, left circle, steps into the slot. Fired a shot. Blocked in front. Ricocheted into the corner. Hextall. Sharp angle shot. Fed it in front. Vig going to clear it out to center. Banach protecting. Played it back into the zone. Probably should have been interference. But play will continue. As Vig clears it out to center off of Young. Bounces back to the line for Coleman. Swept into the zone, going to roll to the stick of Mackey. 10:29 left in the second. We're tied at 2. Blanchard into the zone was offside, but play continues. Phantoms trying to work the clear along the far wall. They do so. And it's out to center. Murphy retreats back into his own zone, surveys the options. Slipped it over to Coleman. Off the boards, Stingram into the zone. Couldn't find Hesh. Massa will spin away from him and carry up the far wall, off the glass, and out to center. Glove down by Santilli. Floats it over to Coleman. Poked ahead for Stingram as Youngstown starts a line change. McKell will joust with Stingram there in the right wing corner. Smith in to help out. Brecken, skate to stick. Double team, knocked off the puck by Astapovich. Into the right corner, it's Stingram. Cade trying to use that big body to work through as Smith knocked a man down, but the puck came to McKell. Lifted out to center. Stick down by Houston, played down the ice. No icing here as that hit a Rough Rider. Rolls into the right wing corner. Monroe took the bump from Massa to make the play, got it to Burchell. Swept up the wall by Smith to the left point. Shot was blocked. Musa poked it out to center. Casey skates into it. Had to break off his attack, though, as he lost the puck. There's the touch by Hajibi. And on the offside whistle, we'll have our media timeout. 9:06 left in the second. We're tied at 2. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back inside the Covelli Center, 9:06 left in the second period. Phantoms and Rough Riders tied at 2. Shots on goal. 6-1 for the period in favor of Youngstown. That one shot for the Rough Riders ended in a goal. Shots on goal for the game, 16-8. Right now, here in-house, the second Rough Rider goal being credited to McKell with assist to Massa and Blanchard, but Heath Nelson celebrated the hardest and led the celebration line to the bench. So we'll go to video review at intermission, see where that goal should be awarded. As Hextall wins the neutral ice draw. Fassard with it. Lifts it out to center. Sticked ahead by Hextall. Rolls in the left corner. Slezak took a bump, worked it up the wall to Blanchard. Stolen by Jardine. Resendez working for it. Into the circle. Couldn't find Hextall. Was taken by Casey. Got it back to Blanchard. He'll carry ahead. Into the neutral zone. Played it to Williams. And sent into the zone. Bourne got there first for Youngstown. Played it into the corner. Puck in front. Casey shot. Save by Lepak. Popped up in the air. Still loose in the low slot. And then played over to the left corner. As Resendez reverse check on Nelson. Up to the left point for a shot. Blocker save by Lepak. Interference call up coming on Youngstown. As bodies are going to come together here. Blanchard threw a shove at Bourne and then acted like he didn't do anything. Acted surprised when Bourne jumped on him. And interference will be the call. Time of the penalty, 11:45 on Quentin Bourne. Cedar Rapids power play 1-for-1 tonight. Back in the first period, the goal for Heath Nelson. Be Astapovich to take the draw. For Cedar Rapids. And Astapovich won that draw. Back to the point, it's Massa. Over to the wall for Hajibi, back to Massa, back to Hajibi. Side of the goal, then back to Hajibi. Right circle, Hajibi stepping in, shot blocked, rebound loose, Hajibi picks it up. Feeds it to the point for Massa, faked the shot, fed it to Hajibi in the right circle. Back to Massa, fed over to the left side. Musa shot, lead pack, save, they score. Astapovic put home the rebound. And Cedar Rapids has their first lead of the weekend. It is 3-2. Time of the goal, 12:09 for Astapovic, his 5th of the season. As it looked like Lepak made the initial save on the shot by Musa, and couldn't cover up the rebound. It looks like the shot from Musa was redirected by Nelson, then Astapovic able to put it home. Youngstown wins the draw, but Bannock turned it over, entering the zone. Vig out to center for Romeo, into the zone down the left side, threw it through the low slot, nobody there for the Rough Riders. Gathered in by Messick, fed far side for DeHaro. Connor poked it into the zone, and then kept it. Bannock across the top of the circle, shot saved by Rieltsen, he'll hold. Face-off will be to the left of Rieltsen. 7:24 left in the second. Again, Cedar Rapids leads 3-2. 4 shots now in the period for Cedar Rapids. They've scored on 2 of them. Face-off controlled by the Riders, but Casey had his stick lifted by Kerr. Took it right back. Fed it over to Nelson and out to center. Picked up at the red line by Murphy. Backhanded it into the zone. Rieltsen stopped it behind the cage, sent it back up the near wall. Nelson touched it out to the neutral zone. Picked up by Murphy. Sent back ahead. Messick redirected into the zone. It came to Hunt, sent back out to center. Murphy touched it. No, did not touch it at center. I thought that Murphy got a touch in the neutral zone, but my angle must have been off. And so the Rough Riders will be guilty of an icing whistle. 6:55 left in the second. Face-off to the right of Rieltsen. Hasn't surrendered a goal here in the period. Face-off won by Casey. Slezak lost his footing unimpeded behind the cage. Coleman digging for it. Coleman in front for Hesh. What a save by Rieltsen! Rebound out to center. Blanchard had it taken away for a moment by Coleman, and Mikey lost his footing. Poked free by Hesh and dropped it back for Houston. D over to DeHaro. Connor snapped it back out to center, and the Phantoms will fire it in. Behind the cage, Hunt played it away from Hesh, loose in the low slot to the line. Phantoms kept it. Long distance shot, redirected wide by Hesh. Rebound, Coleman tried to bank it in. Stangram fed to Coleman, couldn't get it home. Carrying it away is Hajibi. His pass ahead, hit a Phantom stick, bounce to Hesh. Phantoms resume the attack. Stangram drop back for a one-timer. DeHaro scores! Turn that music down. Connor DeHaro, the one-time blast from above the top of the circles. Youngstown ties the game. Time of the goal, 13:57 for DeHaro. Goal number 4 on the year. As Rieltsen got a piece of that. But DeHaro dropped a long-distance bomb here on Military Appreciation Night. And the Phantoms level things up at 3. Neutral zone, it's Fenton. Up to Hajibi at the red line. Played into the Cedar Rapids end. Rieltsen chips it away from Monroe to Hajibi. Comes near side and out to center. Fired back in by the Phantoms. They're onside. Rieltsen can't stop it behind the cage as it comes around off of Burchell. to Smith. Brecken down to a knee, being watched by Fenton. Up the wall. Monroe sends it around the kick plate, but Vig's going to pick it up and clear it out to center. Drop back for Fenton, quickly back over to Hajibi. Into the Youngstown end. Left wing wall. Spins away from Hanrahan and feeds it up to the point for McKell. Back down the wall to Hajibi. Taken away by Smith in the left corner. Got it away from Astapovich. Sent it off the skate of Michael Monroe and down into the Cedar Rapids end. Phantoms trying to get some fresh bodies on the ice here. McKell carries ahead. Red line and blue into the Phantom zone. Right wing corner. McKell after his own dump in. Fed back up the wall looking for Romeo. Broken up by Jardine and sent out to center. Jardine into the zone down the left side. Lost his footing as he tried to stop and make a pass. Now it's in the left wing corner. Massa worked it free. Resendez couldn't touch it away, and it would be Hiles to play it to the neutral zone. Sent back ahead by the Phantoms. Jardine was onside there for the touch somehow, but it came back to McKell. D over to Massa. Out to center for Hiles. Faked left, went right. Brought it to the line and chipped it in. Leapak stopped it behind the cage for Santilli. Phantoms feed it out to center. Coming ahead down the right side is Murphy. Connor centered looking for Jardine. He couldn't tip it home. Rebound to the left corner. Hextall up to the point to Murphy. Carter shot. Rayelt save. Rebound. Another save on Resendez. And the loose puck played out to center by Romeo. Drop back for Olvebny. Took a hit to play it into the zone. They're going to say no icing there as Murphy fires it around the kick plate. Into the zone comes Jardine. And a whistle for some reason. Wasn't offside. Wasn't icing. I don't know if I see Rayelt was adjusting his lid. Maybe that was the cause of the whistle. Yes, Rayelt was trying to get the attention of the officials, but Phantoms, kind of had a little bit of an attack going. Not a great stoppage there by our officials. Rayelt looks like he has the bucket in order. And the faceoff will be to his right. Casey going to take the draw against Messick. Still loose in the circle. Casey plays it to the left corner. Vig picks it up, carries around the cage, worked it over to Mackey, but pass was in his skates, and he'll just have to tangle things up there in the corner. Less than 3:30 left in the second. We're tied at 3. Phantoms kick it free. Messick up the far wall. Couldn't get it to Bannock, and it comes out to center for Nelson. Lost the puck to DeHaro, and then Houston tried to work it back to DeHaro. Pass was out of his reach, and it'll be the Rough Riders. Turning it over, and Phantoms work it to center. Trickles down into the CR zone. Vig played it away from Messick. Got it back and sent it near side for Mackey. Loose along the left half wall of the Cedar Rapids zone. Bannock plays it out to the neutral zone. Phantoms tried to bring it ahead, but were offside, and somehow Houston able to break off a rush for Hajibi and Blanchard. Rough Riders have to dump it in. Houston plays it over to DeHaro, right corner. 2:30 left in the second. Out to center, it's Stangram, then Coleman, poked away from him by Young. Got it to Hajibi, but Young was skating up his back, and Hajibi lost his balance and the puck. Played back out to center. Coleman touches to Stangram. Cade tried to split two, couldn't do it. Sadowski with the puck. Hesh poked it away from him, but Slezak gathered up the loose change, sent it up the near wall for Hajibi. Across over to Hunt. Snapped out to center. Pass stolen by the Phantoms. Youngstown carrying it back into the zone. Coming in is Osborne. Luke tried to center. Hit a stick. Poked into the corner by Coleman. Tangled up with Hunt. Hession to help out his winger. 1:50 left in the second. Into the circle. Stangram to Hanrahan. One-timer blocked by a sliding Sadowski. And got the end glass as bodies are coming together and colliding and falling in the Cedar Rapids blue paint. Everything looks okay as play continues. Youngstown with it. Osborne at the red line. Chipped it on net. Rielt's glove save, and he will hold with 1:25 left in the second. We're tied at 3. Shots on goal 23-11 in favor of Youngstown. 13-4 in the period. Again, Cedar Rapids has scored on 2 of their 4 shots in this frame. As face-off kept in the zone momentarily by Youngstown, but then about a third effort, Mikkel banked it off the glass and out to center. Settled down for Burchell, snapped out to center for Smith. Brecken from the red line fired it to the left wing corner. Monroe looking for it, but Mikkel played it away off the corner boards to Mossa, back out to center for Hiles. Pass was out of his reach, and it rolled to Murphy. Carter out to center, redirected into the CR zone by Burchell. Less than a minute remaining in the period. We're tied at 3. Olvebny worked through the check of Monroe, got it to Mikkel. Off the window and out to the neutral zone. DeHaro from in front of the benches, being worked by Hiles, poked it free for a moment, and it'll roll to Burchell. Mikey fires it in, comes behind the cage. Rielt sweeps it over to Mikkel, and now up the wall for Romeo. It bounced on him, but he's able to regather and play it to center. Picked up there by the Phantoms defense. And they'll fire it in, redirected into the zone. Behind the cage it goes. Resendez trying to step out in front. Fit it to the back door. Hextall couldn't touch it home. Rebound played down the ice by Cedar Rapids. Going to die short of the icing line. Lepak sets it up. 5 seconds left in the period. DeHaro drops it back behind the cage. And that will do it for a very entertaining second period, but the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders get 2 more on the board to the Phantoms 1, and we are tied at 3 at the end of 40 minutes. Shots on goal for the game, 24-11 in favor of Youngstown. Phantoms outshoot Cedar Rapids 14-4 in the second period. When tied after 2, Phantoms are 1-1. Cedar Rapids is 1-3-0-1. Going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we will have the second intermission report here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leads. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday 10 to 4 and Saturday 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Youngstown has a distinguished legacy, and we're honored to now serve the Mahoning Valley. In your story, we find our purpose. And Number One Cochrane is committed to ensuring every chapter is driven by reliability and dedication. Because buying or servicing a vehicle is more than just a transaction. It's about helping people go farther, accomplish more, and enjoy the freedom of reliable transportation. With a great selection of brands in Youngstown, we can offer you more choices, greater value, and our completely transparent, clearly better car buying experience.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand score! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau.
Score!
and Tori Krupp were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center for the second intermission report. At the end of 40 minutes, the Phantoms and Rough Riders tied at 3 goals apiece. Shots on goal, 24-11 in favor of Youngstown. Phantoms outshoot Cedar Rapids 14-4 in the second period. But it was the Rough Riders getting on the board with the first 2 of the period. Nelson, his second of the game at 4:18. Scoring on the redirect once more. Mikkel with the assist, and then at 12:09 it was Daniel Astapovich putting home a rebound. Nelson with the primary assist as he redirected one in front of the cage just to the side of the blue paint, and Lepak couldn't find it. Astapovich there to put it home. Jason Musa also with a helper on that one. Gave Cedar Rapids a 3-2 lead at 13:57. Connor DeHaro dropped a one-time bomb on the rush off the glove of Raeltz and in. DeHaro's 4th of the season. Assists went to Mikey Coleman and Cade Stingram, and that knotted things back up at 3. 2 penalties in that second period. Charles Blanchard called for high sticking at 7:04. Quentin Bourne called for interference at 11:45, which led to the power play goal for Astapovich. Rough Riders power play is 2 for 2. Phantoms power play is 0 for 1. AJ Raeltz has stopped 21 out of 24. Owen Lepak has stopped 8 out of 11. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll take another look at the out-of-town scoreboard here for you on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach provides the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veteran Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Prepare for an incredible experience with Black Bear TV. Stream live in HD from every Black Bear facility and more. Determine the plan that's right for you and subscribe now.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leads. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Youngstown has a distinguished legacy, and we're honored to now serve the Mahoning Valley. In your story, we find our purpose. And Number One Cochrane is committed to ensuring every chapter is driven by reliability and dedication. Because buying or servicing a vehicle is more than just a transaction. It's about helping people go farther, accomplish more, and enjoy the freedom of reliable transportation. With a great selection of brands in Youngstown, we can offer you more choices, greater value, and our completely transparent, clearly better car buying experience.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back inside the Cavelli Center during the second intermission report. Phantoms and Rough Riders are tied at 3. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Sioux Falls leads Omaha 1-0 at the first intermission. Same score between Fargo and Green Bay. Former Phantom Finn McLaughlin with the go-ahead marker for the Force. Muskegon leads Sioux City 2-0. 1 minute left in the first period. Tri-City with a 2-1 lead over Waterloo with 30 seconds left in the first. And then a trio of 8:05 Eastern puck drops. Lincoln will be in Chicago to take on the Steel. Des Moines and Dubuque will face off at Imon Arena. And the U-17s will look to bounce back from last night's 12-1 shellacking against the Madison Capitals. Over to the college hockey scoreboard. Earlier this afternoon, Sacred Heart beat Robert Morris 6-3. Niagara downed Holy Cross 3-2. Believe that's a sweep for the Purple Eagles. Bentley leads AIC 1-0. RIT with a 1-0 lead on Army. Ferris State and Lake Superior State tied at 2. Minnesota State leads Northern Michigan 1-0. St. Thomas with a 2-1 lead on Bowling Green. Clarkson beat Union 4-1. Princeton leads Brown 1-0. Colgate and Dartmouth tied at 2 at the end of the first. Harvard leads Cornell 1-0. 15 seconds left in the first period. RPI with a 1-0 lead over St. Lawrence at the end of the first. Quinnipiac and Yale tied at 1 at the end of the first. UMass leads Providence 3-1 at the end of the second. Third period just underway in Burlington. UMass Lowell leads Vermont 2-0. End of the first in Orono. Boston University and Maine tied at 1. End of the first in Boston. New Hampshire and Northeastern are scoreless. End of the first in Tempe. Arizona State leads Omaha 1-0. Colorado College and Western Michigan tied at 1. Western Michigan handed Colorado College their first loss of the season last night, but the Tigers are still 8-1 on the year. Denver and North Dakota tied at 1. 1 minute left in the first. Minnesota Duluth leads Miami 3-2 at the end of the first period. 5 minutes into the game in Happy Valley, Wisconsin leads Penn State 2-0. Earlier this afternoon, Ohio State beat Lindenwood 3-2. Long Island beat Stonehill 4-2. And right now, Bemidji State leads Minnesota 2-0 at the end of the first period. Over to the NHL scoreboard, Oilers and Maple Leafs tied at 1, 5 minutes left in the first. Canadians lead the Blue Jackets 1-0, 7 minutes left in the first. Lightning lead the Devils 1-0, 5 minutes left in the first. Panthers lead the Jets 1-0, a minute left in the first. Flyers up 2-0 on the Sabres, 90 seconds left in the opening period. Pens with a pair of goals. They lead the Sharks 2-0. 2.5 left in the first. Carolina leads Ottawa 1-0. 3 minutes left in the first period. Later tonight, Stars and Wild, Red Wings and Kings, and the Blackhawks and Canucks. Earlier this afternoon, the Blues beat the Bruins 3-2 in overtime. First point in the NHL for former Phantom Georgi Merkulov. And then Seattle beat the New York Islanders 3-2. Over to the college football scoreboard. South Carolina leads Missouri 34-30. 15 seconds left in the game. San Jose State leads number 13 Boise State 14-0. Arizona State up 7-0 on Kansas State at the end of the first quarter. Number 1 Oregon leads Wisconsin 3-0. 5 minutes into the game. Earlier this afternoon, Penn State beat Purdue 49-10. Notre Dame beat Virginia 35-14. SMU able to hold off the comeback of Boston College. They won 38-28. Stanford upset number 19 Louisville on a 52-yard field goal. Stanford 17 points in the fourth quarter to come from behind and beat the Cardinals. Florida Gators upset LSU at the Swamp 27-16. Ohio State all over Northwestern at Wrigley Field 31-7. Texas holds off Arkansas 20-10. Alabama beats up on Mercer 52-7. Colorado, they beat up on Utah 49-24. Clemson holds off the comeback from Pittsburgh 24-20. And Tulane all over Navy 35-0. That'll do it for the out-of-town scoreboard and the second intermission report. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, third period action between the Rough Riders and Phantoms here for you on West Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Looking to buy or sell a home? Team Marzo with Next Home Go 30 Realty can help. As a premier real estate team in the Mahoning Valley, we bring a unique and progressive approach to real estate using top listing technology, unique signage, and best practices in mobile and online marketing. Our customer-centric approach combines the best of technology with years of marketing expertise to provide an exceptional buying or selling experience. Call us today at 330-503-2250 so you can move with Marzo.
Passion, talent, development. NCAA hockey offers all that, and its players graduate at a 90% rate. Joe Pavelski.
Backhand score! Wow, what a goal!
Johnny Gaudreau. And Torrey Krug were stars on campus before the NHL stage. Whether you are a fan or a player, nothing compares to college hockey. Visit collegehockeyinc.com and follow @collegehockey.
Champions of the college hockey world!
Veterans. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission is here to help you. Whether you served 5 years ago or 50 years ago, if you are honorably discharged from active military service, you may be eligible for benefits, including Veterans VA benefits, county financial assistance, assisted living benefits, and more. Our friendly and supportive staff is ready to help you. Go to mcveterans.org to see all of the benefits and services offered, or call today. The Mahoning County Veterans Service Commission, serving those who have served.
Want a satisfying meal deal for just $6? Try the new $6 meal deal from Dunkin'. It's a medium hot or iced coffee and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and a side of hash browns for just $6. You know Dunkin' coffee. It's always made just how you like. The bacon, egg, and cheese is the most toasty and delicious, and crispy golden hash browns are a must. So they're in the new $6 meal deal too. Take advantage of this offer while it lasts.
Excludes espresso and cold brew beverages. Offer valid on bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches only. Excludes seasoned bacon. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions and terms apply.
Get a me drain. Get a me drain.
Drain or sewer problems? Call Get a Me Drain at 330-758-5031 and get it fixed fast. Call now. 330-758-5031.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Experience the best in hockey streaming with Black Bear TV, serving the Covelli Center and Deep Freeze Arena, plus dozens of venues across North America. State-of-the-art HD cameras will change the way you watch games. Choose the plan that works for you at blackbearsports.tv.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Covelli Center for the start of the third period. We are all knotted up at 3. Phantom goals belong to Stengram, Jardine, and DeHaro. Rough Riders got a pair from Nelson and then one from Astapovich. Rough Riders 2 for 2 on the power play tonight as well. And it'll be Astapovich to take the faceoff against Brecken Smith to get this third period underway. Luke Stork says not so fast. Roll for initiative, third period's underway. Astapovich won it forward. Picked up by Hanrahan, carried to the wall, couldn't chip it into the zone. Hanrahan has it back now, leaned on by Astapovich. Was able to fire it into the zone rails, couldn't stop it at the side of the cage. Hunt played it over to Slezak, up the wall to Hajibi, back into the corner for Slezak, D to Hunt on the left side, up off of Musa, bounced back into the circle to Hunt. Feathered to the neutral zone. Off of Smith, it bounced to Hajibi, dropped back for Hunt, D over to Slezak. Gains the red line, fires it to the right wing corner of the Youngstown end. Hajibi got there first, bounced it in front, glove down by Hanrahan, and played over to Osborne. Luke to the red line, and then over to Kerr. Kerr, sharp angle shot, railed, save, and then it went over the glass and out of play. 55 seconds into this third period. Again, Matt Lipsack here with you, joined by my engineer, Dave Ferris. Brendan Miller keeping things up to date on social media for you. All of us being supervised by my son, Jonathan. Cedar Rapids wins the draw. Played out to the neutral zone. Picked up at the red line by Messick. Couldn't muscle it back into the zone. Kerr dropped it back for Houston. D to DeHaro. Back ahead off of Messick and played into the right wing corner. Checkles behind the cage. Massa got there first and touched away over to Mikkel. Lost his footing, but Youngstown unable to get away with the puck as Casey plays it back behind the cage to Mikkel. Played out to center Nelson. Had his stick tangled. They're going to wave off icing there for some reason. Up to the point, Vig. His shot was blocked, stayed in play over to left wing corner. Nelson battled with Houston. Played around to the right wing corner. Up to the point for a shot wide of the cage from Vig. Rebound to a pinching Mackey. Lost the puck to DeHaro. To Houston. Swept up to the right half wall. Messick touched it behind him. Hiles kept for the Rough Riders. To the point for Vig. Spun around Bannock. Over to Hiles. His one-timer blocked out to Mackey. His shot off the blocker of Lepak and into the meshing. 17:55 left in the third. Hesh to take the draw against Olvebny to the right of Lepak. And Hesh will win the draw. Bourne feathers it down low to Hanrahan. Bourne carries ahead for Coleman. Mikey down the right side. Slezak worked the puck away from him. Got it to Fenton. Bounced off of Hiles. Kept at the line by Hanrahan. Around the wall it came and sent back out to center by the Rough Riders. Olvebny to Hiles into the zone. Right side, centering feed looking for Sadowski, broken up by Stingram. Cade ahead for Bourne, got punched up high. Apparently legally by Slezak as it's dropped back into the Cedar Rapids zone. Olvebny at center now. Across the logo into Sadowski, chips it into the zone to the left wing corner. And I think Bourne got punched up high by Sadowski one too many times for Chris Conway. As Lepak has gone to the bench for the extra attacker, there's the touch by Young. And I have to imagine roughing might be the call here. Maybe a high stick as Conway's going over to check on Bourne. Bourne pointing the ice, he says, there's my blood right there on the ice. And I see 4 fingers on the hand of Chris Conway. Phantoms might be getting a double minor power play here. Mark Carlson wants to talk things over with Chris Conway. But I think the mind has already been made up. 4 minutes for high sticking. Phantoms bench tapping their sticks on the boards. They like it. Time of the penalty, 3:01. Is the penalty on Jack Sadowski. Top power play unit going to start for the Phantoms. It'll be Kerr to take the draw. As getting kicked out of the circle is Casey. I think that's Romeo stepping in. As Romeo won the draw to the near wall. Hextall hustling over, trying to keep it alive, couldn't do so. Picked up by Casey and chipped down the ice. Casey, I believe, leads the USHL in shorthanded goals. But it's going to be Osborne carrying ahead for Youngstown. Drops it back for Bannock. Bannock, red line, and then chipped it off of Kerr, caught up to it at the right half wall, fired around the kick plate. Casey played it away from Jardine behind the cage. Kerr, stolen by the Rough Riders off the stick of Osborne, couldn't hold the line, and down the ice it goes. Lepak directing traffic as Osborne picks the puck up. 35 seconds already gone on the power play for Youngstown. Did convert on a double minor last night. There was a power play goal for DeHaro. As Bannock comes into the zone, got hooked a little bit, but play continues. Around to Kerr, into the corner for Hextall. Comes free of the scrum, Jardine picks it up. Banked it up to Bannock. Left circle. Bannock toe drag, shot missed the cage. Off the corner glass, kept by Hextall. To Jardine, to Osborne. Luke walks the blue line, trades it off to Hextall. To Bannock. Bannock double teamed. To Jardine in the circle, fed across, blocked, and came to the Rough Riders. They'll clear it down the ice. Believe that was Astapovich, it was. Lepak with a quick up. Phantoms looking for it. Instead, they'll drop it back to Bourne as the second power play unit cycling on. 25 seconds left on the first power play. The Phantoms can score in the next 20 seconds, and they'll get the full 2 minutes of the second power play. Otherwise, man will come out of the box. Right wall, Phantoms keep the zone. Bourne walks the blue line. Fed it over to Resendez, side of the cage. Worked it into the bumper, but the pass did not go, and Bourne couldn't hold the zone. Lepak will set it up for Bourne. Quentin carries ahead to Burchell. 99 points in his USHL career. Got it to Resendez. Skated through a trip. Hunt came away with the puck. Around the wall, DeHaro keeps the zone. DeHaro to Messick, to Bourne. To DeHaro. Behind the cage it goes. Back to DeHaro, back to the line for Bourne. Walks the blue line. Traded it off to DeHaro. Connor hustles after it. Fed it behind the cage. Was looking for Messick. He'll get pinned to the boards by Mackey. 90 seconds, now 85 left in the power play for Youngstown. Came free for Blanchard. And he'll skate it ahead 2-on-2. Blanchard cross the blue line. Crisscross with his man. Tried to drop pass for Nelson. Didn't click as Burchell will drop it back for Bourne. Fans going to cycle the top power play unit back on. Not much going toward the net right now for the Phantoms here on this power play as Hextall picks up the drop pass, floats it ahead to Kerr. Back to Hextall, lost his footing in the corner, cleared up the wall and down the ice by Cedar Rapids. Lepak sets it up for Osborne, 45 seconds left on the advantage. Drop back for Hextall. Jack to the red line. Caught his own dump in the right corner. Taken to the boards. And up the wall to Osborne. To Bannock. Fed down low for Kerr. Through a reverse hit, worked it to Jardine. To Bannock. 23 seconds left on the power play. Osborne walks the blue line. Fed over to Hextall. To Kerr. Shot. Rayout. Save. Rebound Jardine. Around the cage to Bannock. 10 seconds left in the power play. Bannock. Center point. Osborne. Luke faked the shot to Bannock. Fed through. Hextall. One-timer. Blocked in front. Bannock to the rebound and out of the box comes Sadowski. Riders have killed off all 4 minutes. And now they work it out to center. Osborne got in the way of Sadowski as Hextall picks up the loose puck. Phantoms get a second defenseman on the ice. As Osborne surveys his options, spins away from Olvebny, works it over to Santilli. Back to Osborne near side. 12:30 left in the third. We're tied at 3. Massa had it poked away from him, went off the side of the net, maybe the shoulder of Rielts there. Didn't get a number on the Phantom who was working the stick down there. Might have been Hesch. It was an absolute demon on the forecheck. It's Mikkel. Coleman lost his footing. Puck might be underneath him. And it is, as ref will blow the whistle and we will have our media timeout. 12:14 left in the third. We're tied at 3. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Want a satisfying meal deal for just $6? Try the new $6 meal deal from Dunkin'. It's a medium hot or iced coffee and a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and a side of hash browns for just $6. You know Dunkin' coffee. It's always made just how you like. The bacon, egg, and cheese is the most toasty and delicious, and crispy golden hash browns are a must. So they're in the new $6 meal deal too. Take advantage of this offer while it lasts.
Excludes espresso and cold brew beverages. Offer valid on bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches only. Excludes seasoned bacon. Participation may vary. Limited time offer. Exclusions and terms apply.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Welcome back inside the Gavelli Center. 12:14 left in the third. Phantoms and Rough Riders tied at 3. Shots on goal for the game, 27-12 in favor of Youngstown. Phantoms with 3 shots in the period, Cedar Rapids with 1. Offensive zone drop coming for Youngstown. Looks like they're going to drop the puck to the right of Rielts. Be Hesch to take the draw against Astapovich. Rough Riders control the draw. They'll bang it off the glass and out to center. Murphy picked it up at the red line, slid it over to Santilli, worked back ahead for Hesch to redirect into the right wing corner. Massa played it over through Mikkel. Murphy pinching in. Murphy tried to feed it in front, blocked and came back to him. Worked around the wall to Coleman. D to Santilli. His shot wide of the cage, picked up by Stengram in the right corner. Back up to Santilli, point to Murphy. Murphy carries down low. Murphy around the cage. Carter still with it. Up high, Santilli. Shot blocked into the left corner. Coleman to that loose puck. Being watched by Mikkel. Took it away for a moment, sent up the wall. Murphy kept. Back down in the corner it goes. Astapovich there. Feathers it away from the Phantom. Santilli pinching down. Sent it behind the cage, but forwards were changing behind the plays. Astapovich's clearing attempt. Hits the Phantom stick and ricochets out to center. Hajibi poked it away from Heshton. Lost his footing in the corner. Played into the slot for a one-timer by a crashing Blanchard. That went out of play, and now Murphy had his stick ripped out of his hands. And it looked like he was about to go try to soccer kick the puck into the net, of course, which would not have counted, but a very easy holding call there against Dylan Hunt. Youngstown back to the power play. 0 for 3 tonight. Was 1 for 5 last night. Time of the penalty on Hunt. 8:58. Kerr to take the draw. And Kerr will win that draw back to Osborne. Luke walks the blue line. Gives it up to Hextall. Back to Osborne. Back to Hextall. Left circle. Side of the cage to Kerr to Hextall. Shot missed the net. Benock after the rebound. He'll hold the zone. Quickly cycles it back down low. Kerr couldn't stop it behind the net. It came to Hextall. Worked up the wall. Osborne held the line against Blanchard. Still holding the line. Great work there as Hextall took a heavy hit from behind by Vig. Got the clear. Lepak had to come play it away from Casey. Quickly out to center. It's Benock, but delayed on the zone entry. And that'll cause an offside. 36 seconds gone on the power play. Kerr to take the face-off against Olvebny. Off the draw, bounces to Osborne. Played over to Hextall and then dropped back to Osborne. Luke carries around the cage to the near side. Tries to get this puck to settle down for him. And brings it out to the red line. Drop back for Hextall. Jack into the zone. Worked over to Jardine. Evan in the left corner. To Hextall to Benock. Walks the blue line. Long distance shots railed. Save, he'll hold as Kerr gets tackled in front. And linesman quickly in to separate them. Justin Kerr using that 6'4", 204 frame, trying to take away the eyes of A.J. Rayelts, but shot by Benock right to the chest, and they're sending Massa to the penalty box. I don't know why they're sending Kerr, though. So my question is this going to be a 4-on-3, or are they going to keep it at 5-on-4? Crowd doesn't like it. Phantoms point men came down below the top of the circle, so they're going to bring the face-off out to the neutral zone. 9:55 left in the third, 53 seconds left in the power play. Looks like they're going to leave it at 5-on-4. Linesman telling Resendez and the Rough Rider who's standing next to him, whose number I cannot see, they need to back up off the face-off circle. I believe that's Messick to take the draw. Controlled by Cedar Rapids, Casey will backhand it down the ice. Resendez charges the cage. Shot missed the net. Hard off the corner boards. Messick able to keep the zone. Fed back down low, but I think maybe off of a rider's stick. And out of play. Faceoff will stay in the Cedar Rapids end. 32 seconds left on the power play. They announced penalties. They didn't say what the penalties were to Kerr and Massa. I have to imagine it was roughing to Massa, but unless they were getting Kerr for slashing, for poking at the rebound, which I didn't even really think he did. DeHaro, one-timer blocked off the face-off win by Youngstown. Rebound stayed in the zone. Left side, Resendez shot. Score! Landon Resendez is amused by the simplicity of this game. For Landon Resendez, second goal as a Phantom, third goal of the season. Youngstown leads 4-3. Time of the goal, 10:37. As Resendez used the defenseman as a screen and picked the top corner to the short side. I was just looking to see if maybe Mikey Burchell got an assist on that. He was on the ice, but I did not see Mikey touch the puck as Burchell still looking for point number 100 in his USHL career. Out to center. Coming into the zone is Blanchard, swinging wide. His shot wide of the cage, and were they offside? As we had a whistle. So that should be our immediate timeout. So face off in the neutral zone, as it looks like because of the goal. Our friends down in the timekeeper's box are asleep at the wheel. Cedar Rapids wins the draw. They'll retreat into their own zone. It's Hunt. Playing it over to Mackey. Up the wall to Hajibi. Hajibi down the wall, taken away by Hanrahan. To Coleman, out to center for Stingram. Cade to the red line, chipped it past Vig. Mackey's going to be the first one, catch up to it in the corner. Absorbed the hit from Stingram, played it around to the right half wall. Hajibi up the wall, Hanrahan. Shot on the cage, kicked out. Burchell behind the net, tried to play it back in front, taken away by the Rough Riders. Hajibi will carry ahead. Glove down in the neutral zone by Osborne. His clearing attempt came back to him after it hit a Rough Rider in the back, and bring it back into the zone is Fenton. Burchell couldn't clear, asked Popovich with the puck. Fed it through Hajibi and out to center. Vig picks it up at the red line, fires a hard slapper around the kick plate. It comes to the near side. Blanchard touched it down below the net. Comes around to Osborne, left corner. Spun it away from Romeo, then Hanrahan fed it up the wall looking for Monroe, who banked it off the kick plate and out to center. Vig just inside his own line, out to center, knocked ahead by Monroe, but couldn't get it to Burchell. Carrying it back into the zone is Blanchard. Lost it to Osborne in the right corner, fed to Santilli. Luke couldn't clear. Puck loose, a backhander from his knees from Blanchard over the crossbar. Puck stayed in play. Romeo kept it to the half wall, taken away by Smith. Brecken ahead into the zone, has Burchell behind him. Mikey broke it off as Brecken chips it to the right wing corner looking for Monroe. He's taken out of the play by Mackey. Fed up the boards to Romeo. Couldn't clear. Stolen by Monroe. Floated into the left circle. Walking out of the fence. In front. They score! Why you gotta be so mean? Brecken Smith. Brecken's second goal of the season. Time of the goal, 12:42. Youngstown leads 5-3. As Benock just floated it into the blue paint over Rayelts. Timeout, Cedar Rapids will take it with them. Phantoms lead by 2. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on West Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
It's an assist. Back inside the Gavelli Center, Phantoms have just taken a 2-goal lead on a goal by Brecken Smith, his second of the season. Cedar Rapids called a timeout, and now we're back to action. Off the face-off win from the neutral zone, it's flicked on the cage, and Leapak will glove and hold it. And we'll have our media timeout. 7:11 left in the third. Phantoms lead by a pair. You're listening to Youngstown Phantoms Hockey on Western Reserve Radio and Flow Sports.
Look, if you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, one moment that you captured, just let it slip. Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud. To Young toward the cage. Backhander by Messick. He's gone. He's choking how? Everybody's choking now. The clock's run out. Time's up. Over. Plow. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up. Daddies, he know he won't have it. He knows his whole back to these ropes. It don't matter. He's still. I think that's it off. Shot. Score! Back to the lab again, yo. This old rhapsody better go capture this moment and hope it don't do better. Lose itself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better. The soul's escaping.
Back inside the Gavelli Center, 7:11 left in the third. Back-to-back goals by Youngstown. Resendez and Smith, and they lead 5-3. Defensive zone draw controlled by the Phantoms. Resendez will carry ahead. Landon, past McKell down the left side. Chipped it behind the net to himself. Turn, fires, Railts with the save as he was tight to the post. Puck kept at the line by Hextall, but was wedged off by Hiles, worked back to McKell behind the cage up the wall to Olvebny. He'll get it to neutral. Gathered there by Jardine, pass ahead, hit a Cedar Rapids stick, and redirected to McKell. Back out to center, Jardine stopped it up. Waited for Resendez to get onside, then fired it in. Jardine off to the bench for the line change, 6.5 left in the third. Phantoms lead by 2. Olvebny couldn't take the pass cleanly, and icing will be called on the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. 6:28 now left in the third. Shots on goal 29-12 in favor of Youngstown. Phantoms with 5 in the period. They've scored on 2 of them. Cedar Rapids, I think, still with just 1 in the frame. I think they had 11 shots after 2. Face-off, one to the corner by Youngstown. Stangram after it, up the wall to Bannock, his spinning shot, answered by Raeltz. Battle along the left half wall. Mackey trying to work it away from Kerr. Messick and Osborne couldn't hold the zone, picked up and fed ahead to Hanrahan. Down the right side, fed through the low slot. Nobody there for Youngstown. Messick, left half wall. Off of Kerr, bottom of the left circle. Rolls to the Rough Riders. Up the wall to Musa. Stretch out the center. Nice glove by Hanrahan to break up the pass intended for Hajibi. Played to the right corner. Raeltz sent it through his man. Picked up by Messick for a one-timer that is sticked and then held by Raeltz as the rebound popped about 10 feet up in the air. I didn't see anybody call for the infield fly rule, but Raelt's able to glove and hold that. 5:43 left in the third now. Face off to the right of Raeltz. Hesh to take the draw against Casey. Cedar Rapids controls the draw, played off the window, came back to Olvebny, and then fed out to center for Nelson, has a pair of goals tonight. Swept into the zone, comes around the plate to the right corner. DeHaro got there first, touched it away from Blanchard and up the wall. Hesh couldn't clear. Fed back below the goal line. DeHaro able to wedge off his man, and Houston will skate it out of danger. Fed to Stingram. To the red line to Coleman. He was about to walk down the middle, but he couldn't take the pass. As Nelson throwing a few unnecessary shots at Coleman, that's going to draw a crowd. Linesman in to separate things for a moment. Don't see any penalty box doors opening. And both sides going to go to a line change. 5:17 left in the third. Face off to the left of Rayelts. Smith to take the draw. Burchell setting up in the shotgun. Face-off won by Hiles, however. Sent up the wall, kept by Burchell. Mikey chipped into the corner, battles against Hunt, and comes away with the puck. Trying to work his way back up that far wall. Smith in to help out his winger. Olvebny took it away for a moment. Burchell tried to cycle it around. Taken by Hunt. Smith behind the cage, double teamed. Bouncing puck came in front. Olvebny sent it over to the near wall. Gathered in and cleared past Monroe into the benches. 4:45 left in the third. Phantoms lead by a pair. Officials huddling, going to decide where to drop this puck. Looks like they're going to bring it back into the Cedar Rapids zone. To the right of Rayelts, who has stopped 25 out of 30 here this evening. Face-off won by Hextall, one-timer blocked. Popped up in the air and sent out to center by Cedar Rapids. That one-timer came off the stick of Jardine. Mackey to Hajibi. Spins away from Hextall. Carries it around the cage. Hextall knocked the puck away, but it was picked up by Mackey. Drop behind him for Williams. Touch to Hajibi, who sends it into the right wing corner. Astapovich beat Hextall to the puck, but Hextall used body position to allow Hanrahan to pick up the loose puck. Turned over by Hajibi and centered. Williams couldn't get it on the cage. Mackey to Hajibi. Back to Mackey, left point. Down to Hajibi in the corner. Comes up the wall. Cleared to the point for Mackey. His shot wide of the cage. Astapovich to Hajibi at the half wall. Back to Astapovich to the point for Mackey. Reps one on the cage. Glove save, Owen Leapak. And he will hold on. As Hanrahan and Musa have a conversation, they're separated by the linesman. 3:48 left in the third. A.J. Rayelts looking at the bench. We'll see if Mark Carlson will pull him. As Rayelts about 3 feet out of the blue paint. As Casey wins the face-off, held at the line by McKell. To Casey. To Nelson. They'll battle in the left wing corner. Rayelts still in the crease. 3:30 left in the third. Phantoms lead by 2. Hesh stole it and got it to Murphy. Ahead to Coleman. Mikey, power move to the cage. Rayelts with the save, rebound to the Rough Riders. To the right wall. Romeo danced around one, got it out to center. Into the zone came Casey. Had his pocket picked cleanly by, I believe, Carter Murphy. Over to the far side now, Santilli. Tried to clear, but puck has disappeared. Out of play, Dave Ferris tells. No? Into the penalty boxes? It stuck in the boards. Went through the boards. I don't know. A.J. Rayelts thought about heading to the bench, but looks like they're going to bring the face-off to the neutral zone. So Rayelts will head back into the crease. But Rayelts is standing at the hash marks. 3:03 left in the third. Cedar Rapids gets their fifth skater on the ice. Kerr to take the draw. He'll win it back to Houston. D over to DeHaro. Connor snapped it ahead for Kerr. Coming down the middle. One hand on his stick. Rayelts with the save, and he'll hold. The big man split the D. Got in on net. Tried to go 5-hole. Rayelts equal to the task. 2:55 left in the third. And we know that Rayelts is looking to get off the ice. Cedar Rapids has already used their timeout. So they will have to get Rayelts off the ice either at live action or off a face-off down in the Youngstown zone. Kerr to take the draw. Benock setting up in the shotgun. Face-off controlled by the Rough Riders. Slezak plays it around the cage to Massa. Dropped off for Hajibi. He'll carry ahead. To the red line, played into the zone for Musa. Heading to the bench is Rayelts. He is now on the bench with 2:38 left in the third. Up the wall, it's Messick. Tried to get it to Kerr. Stolen in the neutral zone by Musa. Hajibi back into the zone. Dropped it back to the point for Massa. Played across, but the pass hit Benock, came back to Massa, who will spin it down below the goal line. DeHaro sweeps it around the wall. Stopped by Musa. Below the goal line for Nelson. Back to Musa. Try to get it to Astapovich. High slot. Pass bounced over his stick and out to center. Hajibi back for it. Send it over for Massa. 2:05 left in the third. Musa. Drop back for Massa. Back to Musa. Lost the puck entering the zone, but Houston couldn't clear. Now it's Musa left half wall. Taken by Kerr. He'll chip it down the ice. This one's going to die short of the icing line and is not going to go anywhere near the goal. Astapovich off the end wall to Massa. Fed back ahead. Redirected into the zone by Cedar Rapids. Osborne. Hard around the wall. Hajibi kept. Traded it off to Musa. Left side. Center point. Mikkel. Shot. Hit a helmet and ricocheted over the meshing and out of play. Couldn't begin to tell you who it hit in the slot, but it did go out of play. 1:27 left in the third. Net is empty for Cedar Rapids. 6 attackers on 5, but Youngstown has a 5-3 lead. Faceoff will be to the right of Owen Lepak. Mikey Burchell looking for USHL .100 on the ice. Olvebny to take the draw against Smith. Smith played the puck into the corner. Picked up by Santilli. Fed off the glass and down the ice. This will be icing on the Youngstown Phantoms. A few seconds tick off the clock. We'll do it again. 1:20 left in the third. Face-off to the left of Lepak now. Off an icing violation, you get to pick which side you have the face-off on. Hiles to take the draw against Smith. False start by both center, and nobody getting kicked out here. Smith won the draw, backing it up to the point, kept by Hajibi. Down the wall, fed it to the point for Mikkel. Back to Hajibi, right half wall. Goal line extended for Blanchard, back to Hajibi. To the point for Mikkel. Back to Hajibi, pass was deflected by Monroe. Hajibi kept, Smith came over to support. Trickling toward the blue line, Cedar Rapids kept it. Chip back behind the cage, picked up there by Osborne. Skates around the net and lifts it out to center. Mikkel picks it up just inside the blue line, plays it back out to the red line. 40 seconds remaining in the period. Mikkel up the wall to Young. Fanned on the pass. Burchell chipped it out to center. Taken there by Heil, sent far side. Hajibi got it into the zone and played it over to Blanchard. His shot was blocked. Young in the corner, behind the cage to Hiles. Up the wall, Jardine got there. Lifted it straight up in the air to the line, somehow kept. Bumped down the ice by Smith, wide of the net. Jardine battling for it. Icing whistle waved out, 13 seconds left in the period. Resendez tried to center, blocked off by the Rough Riders. They'll bring it ahead. Hajibi, been out here forever, into the zone. Fed it off the side of the net. Picked up in the corner by Youngstown with 1 second left. And good night and good luck, Cedar Rapids. Youngstown wins 5-3. Final shots for the game, 32-13 in favor of Youngstown Phantoms with 8 shots in the third period. Cedar Rapids with 2. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the post-game show here for you on West Reserve Radio and Flow Hockey.
Youngstown has a distinguished legacy, and we're honored to now serve the Mahoning Valley. In your story, we find our purpose. And Number One Cochrane is committed to ensuring every chapter is driven by reliability and dedication. Because buying or servicing a vehicle is more than just a transaction. It's about helping people go farther, accomplish more, and enjoy the freedom of reliable transportation. With a great selection of brands in Youngstown, we can offer you more choices, greater value, and our completely transparent, clearly better car buying experience.
The $6 meal deal is here. It starts with Duncan's legendary coffee, a toasty, melty bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich, and a crispy, crumbly order of hash browns. It's kind of the biggest deal in breakfast. The $6 meal deal, available now.
Premier Bank is powered by people. People like our proud and strong and wonderfully one-of-a-kind customers who trust us with their dreams and goals. People like our attentive employees who listen and collaborate to consistently deliver the best customer service in the business. People like those in our community who help us make the places we call home as strong as they can possibly be. People like you who we look forward to connecting with at yourpremierbank.com. Premier Bank, powered by people. Member FDIC.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
Welcome back to Western Reserve Radio's coverage of the Youngstown Phantoms. Now here's the voice of the Phantoms, Matt Lipsack.
Back inside the Cavelli Center for the post-game show. Your final score here tonight: Youngstown 5 and Cedar Rapids 3. Phantoms got the party started early, just 1:34 into regulation. Cage Stangram, his 5th goal of the season. Adam Bannock and Justin Kerr with the helpers. 1-0 Youngstown. Cedar Rapids tied it at 5:18 with a power play goal from Heath Nelson, his 2nd of the season. Martin Massa and Amin Hajibi with the helpers. We're tied at 1. Phantoms took the lead at 12:23 on Evan Jardine's 4th of the season. Jack Hextall with the lone helper on that one. Phantoms led 2-1 at the end of the first period. Cedar Rapids scored the first 2 of the second to grab a 3-2 lead. At 4:18, it was Nelson, his 3rd of the season, 2nd of the game, assist to Thomas Mikkel. And then at 12:09 was Daniel Astapovich with a power play goal, his 5th of the season. Nelson and Jason Musa with the helpers. But then Youngstown tied the game at 13:57. Connor DeHaro with a one-timer off the rush. DeHaro's 4th of the season. Cade Stengram and Michael Coleman with the assist, tied at 3 at the end of the second. Youngstown takes the lead at 10:37. A power play goal for Landon Resendez, his 3rd of the season, 2nd as a Phantom. Connor DeHaro with one of the helpers as they're still reviewing these things down the penalty box, down the press box to my left. Then at 12:42, an insurance goal for Brecken Smith, his 2nd of the season. Right now in the books is unassisted. I believe that Adam Bannock should at least have an assist on that goal, and that is how Youngstown got to the 5-3 win. A.J. Rayeltz took the loss. He stopped 27 out of 32. Owen Leapak got the win. He stopped 10 out of 13. Cedar Rapids power play was 2 for 2. Youngstown power play was 1 for 4. Phantoms aren't done yet. This weekend, they will have a matinee tomorrow against the U18s. Pucks drops at 4:05. Great seats still available for that one. You can also join the Phantoms for a post-game skate after the game tomorrow here at the Cavelli Center. You can call the Phantoms box office for tickets or more information. 330-747-PUCK. That is 330-747-7825. For my engineer, Dave Ferris, Brendan Miller keeping things up to date on social media for you, and everything being supervised by my son, Jonathan. I am Matt Lipsack, the voice of the Youngstown Phantoms. Thank you for tuning in tonight, everybody. One more time, your final score, Youngstown 5 and Cedar Rapids 3. We will catch you here at the Cavelli Center tomorrow afternoon. Sound out. Fade to black.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.